and that was the 5, 6, 7, 8 from their debut album. And the tune was I Walk Like a Jana Mansfield.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, la 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 la. I talk like a Jana Mansfield.
Oh, I have to correct this. Oh,
Hey, now, that's that's not being uh, culturally respecting.
it's my fucking culture. They
Is
got
it?
the chinky eye, I got the chinky eye. It's all good.
Oh, okay. I, I just want to check. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no, no. Are you serious? Like I'm super racist. Like it's okay. But
But
it's only okay when I do it. But if you do it, oh, it's super offensive. Oh.
I will be forever ruined and disgraced on the tubes that are you.
Hey, forever ruined and disgraced. I can't even like I'm trying so hard. It's so stupid. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Who the fuck am I kidding? I'm fucking Asian. I'm racist as hell. All Asians. I don't give two shits what any of these super Americanized ones say. All Asians are racist. We're racist against other Asians. It's beautiful.
Does it
Oh,
help?
I hold on. I apologize. Racist.
I mean, does it help?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Like you know, I now I know the difference between Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Laotian, Cambodian. Like I know the difference between all of them because my mom will be like, "I'm not no fucking this. I'm not no fucking that. No, that's not fucking this. What the fuck are you even talking about? What is this bullshit?" And I'm just like, "Okay, mom, you're learning me." And then I'll have like actual like other Ching
Hmm.
Chong friends
Uh huh.
from these different like Ching Chong areas, and they'll be like, "Oh no, I'm a Japanese, and they're so different than those stupid fucking Chinese." And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." And then, oh, how, like, there's it's definitely different. Guaranteed different. Never guess, like, never, ever go to a person and be like, "Oh, are you, are you Korean?" Like, never do that. If you're curious, be like, do you mind if I ask what your ethnical background is? You know, like you can do it that way, and then they'll tell you, "Oh,
Hmm.
I'm a half a Japanese and a half a Taiwanese." You know, like they'll tell you, but don't ever guess because that's a fast way to piss off a ching chong is to call them the wrong kind of ching chong.
Hmm. Yeah. When I worked at Bob Evans when I was like 15, um, I got special dispensation because my mom signed off, and this was back in the day when if you were a kid, you had to get a physical too to make sure you were up to the task of a real job. So I got all that, and I was a busboy for Bob Evans for about a little over a year. I think like 2 days over a year before I just got sick of it. Um, but it supplied me my recreational party money, if you know what I mean. Um, but uh, the people in the back, the people who worked in the back were Vietnamese, and there were three of them, and they're the ones who like did the dishes, who did the basic food prep,
Uh-huh.
and the guy, he was funny as shit, man. His name was Trudeau, and I mean, literally 24/7, man. When he punched in, the cursing started.
Oh yeah.
It was like, "Oh, you fucking messy bunch of bitches, you suck. I have to do all of this all the time. You're horrible." And then he'd go off and start cursing. And we got to be good enough friends to where he started teaching me how to curse. And one of my favorites is he taught me how to say, the phrase is angakumame, which is eat my dick and I fuck your mother.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a pleasant thing to say, angakumame.
Angakumame.
Yeah. It,
Yeah.
it doesn't really sound anything bad, but
No.
it's bad, and we love it. Oh, by the way, good morning, Killing Joke. Good morning, Alex Martin. Good morning, Michael Hatfield. Good morning, Excel. And good morning, my nurse Wicked.
Morning, Joka. Hey, Alex. Hi, Michael. Hey, Excel. And Nursey? Mama
Mm-hmm.
Nursey? All right. Hello, everybody in the chat. And welcome to another episode of the Insomniac Ramble stream. I know you've all been itching late at night in need of Doc's dulcet tones.
Not just me. I get pushed back from the Cadunt fan club every night that we're not on. And I'm like, listen, you fuckers. There's two nights that we're probably never going to be on anymore, which is the Sunday to Monday and the Monday to Tuesday. Those are usually the ones. Now, everything went foobar completely for the CK Walker interview. So I was depressed because I wanted to get back to the big show. I love the big show. But here's the deal. I just got out of the hospital, and one of my favorite things to do is have drinks while I'm talking to the people. I loosen up, and I don't know, I think the conversation flows a little bit easier because when I drink, I just kind of trying to slide into the mind of the person that I'm speaking with to
Yeah,
make them
you
a little more
relax.
interactive.
Hmm.
So I'm sitting here with a big ass bottle of Fireball cinnamon whiskey, just sitting there staring at me. And here's the wait a minute. What do you call copyright on?
Hey, Sparkles.
Good morning, Sparky.
Hmm.
Um, here's what happened. I'm a bit rusty. I didn't do anything for a month because uh, the last of my parents died in December. I was in kind of a funk, and I decided to I decided just let's skip January, and we'll be fresh as a daisy for February. Well,
Yeah. Hey, Eric. Hi, Blackout.
good morning, Blackout. Good morning, Eric. So I
Your
decided,
turn.
yeah, let's skip January. Let me chill. Everything's going to be good. Blah blah blah. So we get to February, and
Hmm.
February is booked. I mean, we had guests. We started off with Stalvin's Forge, the very first week of February. Then apparently I had to get blood clots. Boom, straight into the hospital. No interview. Um, then I get out of the hospital and I'm really really amped because I really like doing Doctor on Call. I love it. Um, I love being able to talk to people who, you know, might have worldwide recognition or, they might have 15 or 20 followers. Don't give a shit. Interesting people is what drives the show. And I know Stalvin had mentioned something about it when I initially asked him. He was like, "Oh, I don't have enough subs." And I was like, "Well, who makes that fucking rule? That's me. And I don't give a shit about your subs. I just want to have a talk." Because we kind of talked a bit when we were IRL down in Knoxville, and he's not only an interesting guy, he's a really nice guy. And a lot of people now feel that this is an insulting term, but he is salt of the earth kind of people. That's why I like him, and probably that's why Addie wants to get with him. Good
Hi,
morning,
Fat
Fat Andy,
Andy.
and good morning, Turish.
Yeah. And hey, Derish, I think Fat Andy is talking about the thumbnail for that you have.
Uh, what the late night opener? I mean,
Yeah.
I'll put it on just for the hell of it because you know, it's it's free for me to do. But yeah,
I mean,
uh,
I'm still waiting for our IRS shirts, but I think we decided on around the 1st of March.
yeah, or you know, when we both had the money to buy it, because when it first comes out, they knock 30% off, right? And
Yeah.
I would just assume it's like what Antihero was doing today. He went
Hmm.
ahead and advertised. He's like, hey, you know, they got a 3 day sale where everything's 30% off, and it was really nice of him to pimp me. I think he pimped Optic Decay, and then I turned around and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. What about Blackout? What about Lord Byron? There's some
Hmm.
great shirts on their T Public store too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's aware of them. He may or may not be. But no, that was good of you to jump on that too. And
Well,
I
and yeah, I know Byron's drawn you once, and that was for the
me?
charity stream.
Yeah, yeah, he did.
But it's funny. Anytime that he draws me now, it's I'm drunk, passed out somewhere in the corner. That's the life right there. That's the lifestyle.
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually have the picture or whatever that he'd done of me, that you had used on one of your
Memes.
oh, what's it? Yeah, on one of your memes, and I saved that picture.
And I'm sure if he's ever listening and you ask him, because he did avatar heads for everybody who was on the show.
Hmm.
He really put in a lot of work and did a hell of a job. I found the meme pictures where the heads needed to go, and I erased heads and I sent them over to him. And I was like, please put heads on these. Wait a minute, Blackout, you don't have any designs up? No, you still have stuff up, don't you? And if not, why not? God damn it!
Yeah,
You know, he's up. I'm gonna throw him a link.
yeah.
He needs to answer for his sins. Um, I do. By the way, I do have a very long, drawn out story about me going to my primary care physician, my PCP today.
Ugh,
I did go.
that's good.
Yeah, but we can
And
tell that later.
yeah.
Let's see here.
We're talking about shilling art and putting stuff on shirts.
Yeah, I mean, I uh, I I don't see why people don't do it just for the hell of it if there's something that they really want. I used to do the shirts to where you know print them out on the printer and then you take that paper and peel it off and put it on a shirt and you iron it on.
Yeah.
I used to do those shirts all the goddamn time. Anytime it was kind of like a Kirk moment from Gilmore Girls. Whatever was happening that day, he made a shirt about it, and that's what I did. I used to do the shirts all the damn time. Um, my favorite shirt said, "If you're gonna play with my heart, start lower and work your way up." Um,
I need a shirt like that.
uh, also, I had one that had a very Celtic floral design that said anger on it.
Hmm.
And then beneath it, it said is a gift. And then another line that said, how would you like yours wrapped? I wore that one for very many years. But oh yeah, I used to do word shirts all the time. Just because I was single, I was bored, and I could do it.
Hmm.
Because I know how to use a damn iron. I actually got pretty good at it. where I worked, that major lingerie catalog. We got sizes of everybody on our team. There was 12 of them, and I made shirts up for everybody. It had like team logo on the sleeve, and on the front, the pocket front was their actual name, or their actual superhero name, and then on the back it had a picture of their superhero. They're actually pretty nice. Good morning. Welcome to the stream, Blackout. How are you?
Good evening, folks.
Hey,
Holy
Blackout.
shit.
Oh, sorry. Should I say it in your native?
No, you don't need to. I'm really fucking tired.
Yeah. I know you were saying you fucked up your sleep schedule.
Yeah, I'm jet lagged to shit still.
Oh,
That's what I was gonna ask. You haven't caught up yet, right?
Nope. I ruined my fucking sleep schedule completely. So it's 7 a.m. right now, and I still haven't slept.
well,
Oh,
yeah, but did you have fun?
Fun?
Yeah.
yeah.
What's fun?
You you say that you say that like you've never experienced it.
Well, you know me.
I watched a bit today. You were in and out, but it still sounded productive.
Well, depends on what you think productive is.
Well,
Uh,
you got through a show.
Yeah, I did. I did. I got to. I did 2 shows today, actually.
Yeah. No, I could only make the one because I was doing the doctor's appointment.
Oh God, hi Ichabod, and he asks a very important question.
Oh my!
I saw, and my response is none of your business.
Well, actually, you should say none of your fucking business.
None of your fucking business.
That sounds so good. Oh, say it again.
You seem to be having a good time and like a wintertime icon, Santa. You were bringing joy and merriment to everyone that you visited.
I mean, yeah, I had fun hanging out with everyone. It was a fun week and a half.
Wow, man, I wish I had the ability to do the travel. Now they say I am no longer allowed to fly. So
What?
I'm pissed about that.
Okay. What? Wait, why can't you?
No, because of the blood clots.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, and I mean, we were talking just a little bit, and I was talking about coming down and visiting Joker, but they're like, if you do a car ride, you can't do a car ride longer than 4 hours. You have to get up and you have to, take a few hours off and then drive again. And it's like, you know what? I drove from Ohio to Colorado, a 22-hour drive. I did the whole thing straight. I used to do trucking, but then again, trucking was like, okay, you get past 8 hours, you have to park the vehicle. We don't care if you sleep, if you jerk off, if you go get food, whatever. But you can't move the truck for at least 2 hours. Just because there's, they have an onboard log, and they've had these since the 90s.
Oh yeah, they still do.
Yeah. So legit, it will record everything. Now it used to be a module that they would pull out and plug into a special computer, but now of course there's this thing called Wi-Fi, so they'll keep real time track of it. But yeah, I can't do any type of long extended drives. They're like, you can't sit for a long time either. And I'm like, well, why don't you tell me what actually caused it so we can help avoid it? And he's like, well, we ruled out this and this, but, it might be cancer, so you probably should get tested. And I'm like, really? I'm like, fucking really? I mean, he said it like that offhandedly. Yeah, it could be cancer. Yeah, it's like, yeah, and I could have bent your mom over the couch with no Vaseline. Jesus Christ, man. What the hell?
Fucking Christ.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run and get tests on that bullshit, but I don't see that happening. Nursey really is kind of off her pins on it because she gets pissed because I tried to walk up to the bodega, which is like 3 blocks away. What?
3 blocks. Yeah, it's 3/4 of a mile, boys and girls.
It's not 3/4 of a mile.
It's 3/4 of a mile.
It's a 1/4 mile, if anything. I cut straight through the neighborhood.
It's a half-mile minimum then. It's almost 8 blocks. That's a half a mile.
It's not 8 blocks. It's like 3 blocks. Anyway, I got like a half a block, and I got fucking tired. I'm like, shit. God damn it, am I old now? So I hobble my ass back and sit down in front of the computer, doing nothing, getting, telemarketer's butt, watching my butt spread and going flat. Literally, I can wear a pair of pants and stick my phone in my back pocket, sit down, and there's no trouble of actually breaking it because my ass is so flat. That sucks.
Oh, dog.
But I told her, I said, listen, I tried to go up to the bodega to get tubes because I know you're at work, you're going to be off late, and I got enough pocket money to where I'll go ahead and do that. And she's like, you what? I mean, that's all I got was in capital letters, texting me back. It's like, you what? And I was like, my text didn't stutter. And she was like, God damn it. You realize a blood clot can break off at any time, don't encourage it. And I'm like, I got to get better somehow, even if it's just, little bit by little bit, I got to get better somehow. I do not want to be in the market for a fucking rascal scooter. I mean, sure, I could trick it out and everything, make it look kind of cool, but God damn it, I'm far too young to confine myself. And we went to Kroger's today to get the prescriptions, right? And she's like, take a cart. And I'm like, I don't need a cart. You take a cart. I got a cane. You can roll with the cart. She's like, no, get one of the motorized ones. Get one of the rascal ones. And I was like, why the fuck do I need that? And she's like, because you have blood clots. And I'm like, I've been walking all day. Leave me alone. I'm not. I think she wants the rascal scooter, to be honest with you. I think she just wants to steal it and ride it around. But, oh, good God. So we're going to have to figure out some type of trick way to get me down to Florida. And really, I mean, the plane flight's only like 4 hours. And they said, you can't take long plane flights. And, it's not like I'm going to Norway or anything.
Yeah, it's not like it's a 10-hour flight. Yeah.
That's long, man. Do you sleep? Do you drink? What do you do on a fucking 10-hour flight?
I do both. I drink so I can sleep.
I always hated taking a plane after you put on a fucking major drunk, but somebody taught me how not to get sick when like liquored up, like a full bottle of Jack Daniels or something, and you're hungover. You're at that point where you can feel the booze start coming out of your pores. You are no longer drunk. You're in the hangover phase. And the guy taught me, he was like, listen, this is all you need to do to keep your focus, to keep your stomach from churning. Just look at the magazine that's in the back pocket of the seat in front of you. Don't read it. Just look at the magazine and focus on that. And you
Yep.
won't throw up.
Because then your brain has something to focus on, and it doesn't spin.
Yeah, and you know, woo. Oh, by the way, good morning, Stalvin's Forge. Good morning, Malachite. And shit.
Hey, Stalvin. Hey, Malachite. And god damn it, Ichabod.
I sent him the link.
How do I refund money?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm taking a look at it right now. Oh my god, Ichabod. Okay, we do
I'm not-
have
I'm
a
not
we do
lost.
have a new intergender champion, and it's Ichabod. He dropped 30 and said, "Get better, love you guys." Blackout, totally banged Opal.
I didn't. So, fucking stop.
But see, you could have. So you know, it falls into the same category. You know, who took over Andy's channel and showed porn and suicide videos. We'll never know. We have suspicions of who did it. And that's the thing about the internet. Even if you're doing a live broadcast, people will still go, "Yeah, but it could have happened." Yeah, it could have happened.
It could have happened. You never know.
I mean,
I don't get the internet.
well,
Calm down.
somebody's saying, well, at least you know, a handy happened, and I'm like, you know, if something did happen, then yeah, once again, none your fucking business.
Yeah. Again, what's not on stream can stay off stream. Doesn't need to be involved.
Yeah, you know, there's a difference between an electronic life and a real life. And you know, I think people do have an exaggeration of personality when they come on, because you know, you want to be, you know, lively or perhaps controversial. Oh, good morning to Mr. LM002, and good morning, Lord Byron.
Hey,
Mr.
Byron, you can't.
Hi, Mr. Ellen. What's up, you cunt?
I haven't had we have not seen Byron in a while, so I'm gonna toss him a link here.
You're still hi, Byron. You can type during my stream, so
There seem to be
but-
technical difficulties.
it happens. But I'm actually gonna have to go to sleep in a bit because I need to at least have a nap.
Yeah, no worries.
But to answer the question, why or if my designs are up, no, they're not. Because I had one design up that was not related to shakes, and that was the Nobody Should, and I'm making a new one.
Making a new Nobodies.
Yep.
Huh.
Ooh.
And
Intriguing.
yeah, that's probably gonna be out whenever I get around to it. I've been busy with the traveling, the comics, and work because I have 2 jobs that I have to focus on.
Well, I've got something coming up too. I'm really excited every time I hear people talking about doing projects, and I'm still excited about your comic. I'm still excited about Lord Byron's comic.
Oh yeah, Byron's comic is fucking great.
Yeah, and yeah, I hope to help out on that just a little bit more. That was kind of fun. Doing a little bit of a collab with him, but it's all him basically. He's just like, He's just like, hey, can you spout some shit that sounds meaningful in these panels? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll pretend.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't even know. Is Optic still going for his comic?
I have no idea. I think he's starting to work on something. I'm not sure.
I mean,
Again,
I mean, I'll be
I
honest.
hope
I haven't been in that neighborhood for a while, just because of my sleep schedule. I don't really see morning decay, and not to be a dick about things, but I don't actually watch late night with Broski. Because
I try to keep up with both of the channels. I mean, Broski is doing the Las Cruces theater streams now as well, and those have been some of the most entertaining things that I've seen in a while.
I once again, I'm going to sound like a dick if I say this, but basically, Las Cruces is basically a pale version of world famous flea market.
What?
I love the world famous flea market. I thought what they were going to do is how they gimmicked up the intro. I thought they were going to crop and put heads on put their heads on wrestlers instead of just commenting on shitty wrestling, because the take that they have, I mean, they are different people, so they can have different commentary, but what they're using, unfortunately to me, feels like a clone of the world famous flea market, and that is a very high bar.
The Las Cruces theater, well, it was pitched to me as Mystery Science Theater 3000, just with shitty wrestling.
Yeah, that's honestly that's exactly what the world famous flea market does.
Oh, okay.
It's
Well,
it's two guys, and they do commentary, and they're fucking hilarious. These guys are awesome. What is it? Crap, I'm gonna have to look it up. But good morning to Gaming and Yelling, and good morning, Best Remy. Yeah, let me just.
Hi, Gaming and Yelling. Hi, Best Remy. Doc, check your DMs. Also, Gaming, check your DMs. Twitter.
What's Twitter?
It's not Discord.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what is it? It's Hot Johnny August. It's Hot Johnny August and Ross I'm Drunk Vegas. And one of their shirts, it's great. It's a long shirt, and it's got like a fanny pack on it, drawn onto it, because if you know the old story, wrestlers are just chronic with wearing fanny packs. They love to wear fanny packs. So it's got a fanny pack stenciled onto it. And then the slogan on the shirt is "Action-Packed Action." And it's made up in the Roddy Piper font. I love that shirt. That shirt's fucking hilarious. But I guess it's more of a wrestling inside kind of deal. Okay, I'm going over here to where messages exist. And yeah. I don't think I have anything against anybody, even the one person who's on the ban. I really don't have anything against that person.
Well, I have something against the Norwegian tired fucker who's got to leave us soon. Like, how dare he? Oh wait, I think I see a smile. Yes. Yes, I win. I win. He smiled.
Yeah, and you did not even
You
have
think
to,
so?
and you didn't even have to do your impersonation.
No, I didn't have to do that. Fucking Kadant. Fuck that bitch.
By the way,
You're clearly not doing it right. You're putting way too much into it.
No, I know I have to just get real close and say fuck them.
No. You have to sound like you're just about to step off a fucking chair with a rope around your neck.
I've done that before.
Oh,
the
I
look
thought-
on your face is perfect.
Well, here's the thing. I can't actually focus right now, so my eyes are kind of fucked.
hmm
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go to bed.
No worries.
So-
You go get
should
some-
Go to
you
bed.
go get
That's
some
a good
sleep.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, thanks for having me on.
Oh,
Hey,
we
thanks for
appreciate you
stopping
actually
by.
joining.
You know, I miss not being up in the mornings and the early afternoons hanging out with you guys, but you know, time being what it is. Well, I'll try to make sure and run around and touch base because I love to watch you draw. I mean, that was how we got to know each other. And it's funny because I came out of the hospital that day, and you entertained me the whole time when I got off of or when they kicked me out of the hospital.
Yeah, Doc, I was about to say phrasing because you're talking about you entertained me the whole time I got off.
Yeah, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You can dream about that, Kadant, but there will be no lore. I only masturbate to Geico commercials.
17% or more.
Oh, I can't go into that story, but let's just leave it there for right now. Maybe someday we'll come back and revisit it, but
God damn that command.
yeah, man, geckos are sexy.
I don't. Doc, you're my internet dad. Okay.
Okay, now you're making it creepy.
No, I'm just saying, like, there's
Oh.
things I don't need to know that I don't need
Yeah,
to
and
hear.
I didn't need to hear that.
Yeah, but to be fair, the best commercial to jerk off to will be actually Aflac, with the actual group. That is fucking sexy right there, Aflac. That, oh my god, I get so
And then the
hard.
duck just hands you cash.
Oh god, yes.
You guys are weird.
No,
We're American. We can't help it.
Fair enough.
Malachi, it's not. It's not the caveman. It's the gecko. It's like, yeah, big boy, you saved me that 30%. Yeah.
Meow.
Good morning, Merc.
Hey, Merc.
Yeah. I mean, I'm up. I'm awake.
I don't need to hear about you being up and about you enjoying gecko commercials. I don't need to hear it. Lol. I am an innocent little cadunt.
I'm
It-
done.
Oh,
I'm
man.
done.
It's the cold-blooded thing that turns him on.
I'm out.
Thanks for joining us, Blackout.
Hey, get you some sleep, brother, and we'll talk later.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
He's
now
so
I'm trying
enthused.
to, I'm trying to
I
think.
still win because I know I made that motherfucker smile.
He is a happy person at heart.
Deep down inside, when he's not having to deal with stupid fucking bitches like Cadunt.
Oh man, oh man. Okay, there we go, and that's off. Okay. have stopped messaging. Life is good. I am back. Good morning, Jolly Rogers Bilgewater.
Hey, Jolly.
Fuck you, asshole.
What did he do?
Look what he said. Fucking asshole.
By the way, Blackout is saying that you lost.
No, fuck you. I know I totally won. Sparkles! Sparkles! Sparkles, tell the story about how you tased your goddamn self.
No hello, just tell the damn story.
Yeah, do the thing, Sparky. Do it.
I just demonstrated it. I don't care.
No, you don't tase yourself for free. You tell people, hey, who wants to watch Sparky tase himself? Just donate this much money right here.
Yeah. So I've been wondering for a long time what it feels like to get hit by this thing. So it's like, and tonight's stream was like, for $50, if you donate to Antoine, I'll tase myself. And within like 30 seconds, $50. It's like, okay. And surprisingly enough, I've been hit by spark plugs that hit harder.
That's not surprising.
Yeah, last time I took a tase, it was nothing. When I got blown across the room, I was trying to help fix a dryer, and I hit that 220, and it blew me across the fucking room.
Yeah, I was telling stories tonight about my experiences with electricity.
Yeah,
it went
shit.
far and wide.
And good morning, Merc. Welcome to the stream.
You lost the game.
I did? Wait a minute. Are you talking to Kadun?
I'm talking to everybody.
I'm pretty much losing most of the shit in my life right now. That's pretty goddamn.
What game?
The game. You lost the game.
I wasn't when I was playing the game.
Oh, now you are.
I thought about it though.
That's the point.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I read a fucking article, and they're gonna start cracking down on gabapentin because people who are craving opioids, doctors are refusing to give them medication that's opioids. But and this has been going on for like almost 3 decades that gabapentin has existed. It's great for people who have nerve damage. Would it technically be a pain pill? What is it? It's a neuro inhibitor, right? Yeah.
Actually, it's an antispasmodic. It was a medication originally for people who had seizures, but they found out that it controlled nerve impulses better, and so now they use it more for neuropathic pain.
Yeah, I mean, I've had trouble for almost 20 years with.
My girl's talking to me.
With almost 20 years of diabetic neuropathy, and it basically, while I was taking it, it basically took, because diabetic neuropathy, if you can imagine, it's like pins and needles, but pins and needles when you come in from the cold and you're like really, and you were barefoot. So it's like your feet are thawing out, and it's that painful kind of thaw, but there's pins and needles going on with it. It's really uncomfortable, and I've been dealing with it for like 20 years. But when I started taking gabapentin, it literally pushed down the pins and needles to where it was only around like the mid calf, and then I haven't been taking it for about 1.5 years. I just got some today. But by the time that I got this script filled, the neuropathy is all the way back up to my thighs, and man, it's really weird trying to walk. But yeah, they're trying to get gabapentin listed as a controlled substance. It already has been listed as a controlled substance in Kentucky because they've been finding people with opioid overdoses, and they have gabapentin in their system too. So they're just saying, oh, well, might as well ban this because it's now associated with this. I don't get it. I mean, I've got a bottle of fucking Oxys sitting right next to me. I haven't taken one of them in the past 3 days. I mean, they've just been sitting there, but goddamn, man, I started back with my regimen with gabapentin, and goddamn, are my legs feeling a lot better. I mean, it's not completely gone again, but it's about 20-30% better. It's like having have you ever had a cut on your hand, and you have to use your hands, to like do your job. But that cut is always annoying and always there, and you can always feel it, whatever you're doing. It's not like you're bleeding all over the place, but, kind of like the evil that is a paper cut, right?
Oh, I get that all the time. Find all sorts of little nicks and cuts whenever you go to wash pots and solvent.
Yeah, and it's irritating. I mean, people are like, oh, well, you got to take that for pain. And I'm like, I'm not taking it for pain. It's a neuroinhibitor. I'm trying to keep the sensation, because with the pins and needles, you'll also get into leg cramping and what is it, restless leg? Yeah, restless leg syndrome.
Yeah.
So
see,
don't like that.
Solvent or this stuff? This stuff really burns when you got cut.
What is it?
99% isopropyl.
When you get it into a cut, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can get that shit on your hands, and then after about 3 or 4 seconds, you can taste it.
Yeah. Let's see. Jolly Roger is saying, I worry a lot about Suboxone. That shit's everywhere and very easy to abuse. Oh yeah, they in my part of the world, in the ghetto, there's Suboxone signs like every block. Like, hey, we have a cure for you. Call this number. Well, then again, there's signs up in my neighborhood, like, hey, do you have any insulin that hasn't expired? Do you have any needles or any test strips? We'll buy them from you. It's like a secondary market. I did actually call them and say, hey, listen, I've got a few boxes of needles, and they're like, oh, well, what kind? And I give them the number on it. It's like, oh, no, those won't work. It's like, it's a fucking syringe. Why wouldn't it work? All syringes work pretty much the same goddamn way. And the test strips were not the droids they were looking for either.
Mm.
Mr. LM002's bailing, so have a good morning. Hopefully a nice sleep.
Later, Mr. LM.
But yeah, I can't believe, wifey and I sat back and we're talking about, they're going to take all the drugs that they can and make them scheduled drugs so they can control them and kick shit up. Add some dollar value to themselves.
Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like EpiPen.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you this. When we went to the store, there's a pill for diabetes, and I have 2 different types of insulin. One's one of those overnight long acting. The other one, you take the shot before the meal. My by the way, my out of the hospital, my blood sugar, it was 383. So that's not necessarily good. So I'm like, okay, we'll get the shots and all that fun stuff. We go to pick it up, and every one of those prescriptions. Now, I used to do Medicaid, right? Before I lost Medicaid, it cost nothing. I got all my insulin, I got my gabapentin, I got my Ambien. There was something else. I forget. But all of it, like Ambien was like $7. And gabapentin was like $5. But everything was free. For the...
All right, there we go.
For insulin.
Sorry.
No, we can see you now. But
I've returned.
I go to the Kroger desk because, we get our prescriptions filled at Kroger's. And the person helping us out, her eyes kind of got a little wide and said, the insulin that you want is $120. And I'm like, for all three? She was like, no, for each one. They want me to pay $360 a month.
Ooh.
Yeah, for the 3 meds that the doctor's like, you have to have. We kind of worked a deal with this Eliquis, which is the blood thinner, and we can get Eliquis for $10 a month for a year, and then after a year it goes up to $130. So I'm like, yeah, I guess I better be healthy in a fucking year.
That puts a whole new meaning to it costs to live.
Yeah. And I'm going to check because we do have a couple local churches that help out with that. So I'm going to see if there's anybody around who has a program for diabetics. So,
I could probably help you. What do you need exactly?
The two that are the must. I mean, the pills are metformin, but fuck metformin.
Metformin's useful.
Well, I inject Lantus and Novolog.
I'll talk to my mother.
I'm not gonna steal your mom's meds.
Wait, what's that?
I said I'm not gonna steal your mom's meds.
No, she's got fucking ton. Fucking ton. And I'll ask her if I can help out.
Jolly Rogers, glad you enjoyed your break with us. If we're back when you break again, then we will welcome you back.
Yeah.
With open arms, but not open legs. Because I'm not that kind of guy.
I have dragged a certain woman onto the stream.
Okay.
A snow.
Yes.
So yeah, I was. Oh man, I was just blown away. I mean, we found out that our copay was only $15. And I'm like, oh, thank God. Because if I didn't have insurance to see him, it was $65. So we got into seeing. He's like, so you have pulmonary embolisms, you have blood clots. We put you on these medications, and your diabetes doesn't seem to be in control. And here's somebody we're gonna refer you to do all the blood testing to see if there's something going on with your blood clots, where they come from, all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. I mean, at least we're following a path. The only people I didn't get a hold of was my lawyers for my disability case, but I'm sure they'll love to hear this.
You know, my fiance has to spend like $220 a month for her medications, and I'm sitting there going myself, is like, if I ever get to the point where I have to have medications like that, I would just assume roll the dice and see what happens without them.
Yeah,
but I'm a stubborn fuck though.
Well, I mean, you gotta have a roof over your head.
I sent the wrong link out. Sorry.
And honestly, wifey has like 12 or 14 different meds, and you know, I treat it like a buffet line. She's always first. She needs to get her shit. and my shit can wait. I am secondary on the meds list because of the fact that I want her healthy, or as close to healthy as she can be. You know, men are built to be able to sacrifice, to put others in front of them or try to secure their safety. I sincerely believe.
Don't say that to Mito.
I mean,
You can say it to guys like me. That's for damn sure. That's my life, my livelihood. It's what I do. That is who I am.
yeah, I mean,
Yep.
it's. I don't know where the crossover came either, with because in my generation, it's instilled in you that Arbeit macht frei. Work makes you free.
Hey, man, I got that from my parents. And it was reinforced when I went into the military. Oh, hell yeah. That's some shit that parents need to be held accountable for these days. Our current generation is a bunch of soft fuckwits.
Yep, I will agree with you on that one.
Kids today, am I right, fellow boomers? Hey guys,
The
how's it
last
going?
thing you'd want
Sup,
on your
Aiden?
Burger King burger is someone's foot fungus.
Why did you send that to me twice?
I didn't mean to. I swear to God, I'm so sorry.
Mark
He's not
really wanted
sorry.
to
He's
share
working.
that.
He's not sorry. He's working on doing it a third time.
Oh, Christ. God. Seems like my phone's retarded, too.
The last thing I want in every one of my inboxes is a video about Burger King foot lettuce. Thanks.
By the way, Byron sent me a couple pages from the comic that he's working on. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's beautiful. I love seeing the process on this. That's why I love jumping into Blackout's chat, because he's been doing a lot with the comic book lately, and it's some gorgeous stuff, some beautiful stuff. I love the creation process. I mean, I even get a kick out of when Aiden puts up the gazillion pages that she puts up for her show. It's like,
Speaking of
this
which-
is how far that I've gotten. I'm like, I can understand that. I get that.
So tell everybody how many words are in your new 15-minute video, honey.
I didn't mean to, and I thought it would be really short. I was like,
I hear that every time.
every time. But it's like, I thought, oh, this will be easy. I'm just going to talk about statistics for like 15 minutes to clear up some. I've been doing this for 2 years now, so I get like kind of the same messages a lot from people, which are not stupid messages in any way, but and it's not even like it's necessarily ignorant, because when I get these messages, I understand that it does betray a level of understanding, but it's any way that I phrase this, I'm going to sound like a dick. It's a sophomoric understanding of the really complex stuff that goes in to statistics on a research publication level. And if you've never published and you've never gone through the publication process or worked in academia, even if you know a hell of a lot about how stats work, you might not understand why a study looks or is the way it is. And that's kind of stuff I wanted to explain. And then it turned into like 4,000 words, and I thought it was like 1,000 at most. I thought it was like 500, maybe.
AKA, in comparison to Aiden, y'all be basic bitches. Thanks.
I'm as basic as you can come.
It's fine. It's not even like, I really appreciate that people are thinking enough about that kind of stuff. But like, for example, in the 2 years I've been doing this, the comments I get most frequently are, this study is 10 years old or more, therefore it's not valid, or it's no longer useful. The sample size is small, and then it's all college students. Valid concerns there, but not as much with the number of participants. That one really needs to be addressed, because I get that on every video. And what was the other one? I don't even remember now. I have it written down because
If I wanted to talk about small sample sizes, I'd talk about what's in your pants. Thanks.
By the way, good morning, Catman Dingo. And yeah,
Words hurt,
everything
Kadon.
was fuck all in the past week, because I was in the hospital. And,
All right, how you doing? I haven't talked to you, I think, since you've gone out.
Yeah, I guess I'm doing okay. This is even worse because Nursey keeps looking at me like, you know, at any time a blood clot's gonna break loose and kill me. They found several pulmonary embolisms in my lungs, and I don't really feel any different about it. I don't feel physically different. I mean, the pain in my because I've been treating it, the pain from the clot, because the clot was in my left leg and it ran from my groin to my knee. So it was literally so much pain that I could not use that leg to walk on. But they flushed me full of blood thinners, and they're like, you know, whatever's going to happen is going to happen. And I'm like, I get it. You know, I get that. The only other thing they could have gone and done was go in and operate and install like a, what's it called, an IVC filter. And they were like, we don't think that that's going to help. And I'm like, all right, cool. So how do we stop this? And they're like, well, you know, it could have been several things. We tested, it's not. But we're going to go and run a cancer panel on you. I'm like, fuck, okay. I'm not afraid of the word because my whole family has had cancer in some version or another.
Wow.
Like my dad had pancreatic cancer. My brother had testicular cancer. My sister had cervical cancer. My mother died with lung cancer.
Oh, god damn.
Colorectal in my family, man. I feel you.
Yeah, I mean, and I was doing the Nursey was helping me do the sponge bath. And she was like, "What's that?" And I was like, "It's my balls." And she's like, "No, what's the lump next to your balls?" I'm like,
Ooh, that's a penis.
I'm like, it's cold. It's shrinkage. No, but she's like, yeah, what's that right there? And I was like, I don't fucking know what it is. I mean, no, you know, as far as I know, it could be an ingrown hair causing that lump. I just don't know. And she just went nuts because she's like, you know, we gotta get that taken care of and take a look at. And I'm like, I understand that, and we'll do that. We got to do everything in steps, though. We can't freak out at this point. I mean, I survived this, so let's take this one as a win, and then see where the next battle comes. I'm trying to be optimistic because this whole restrictive shit just does not fly with me. That's why I got a gimmick coming up. I don't know, when should we talk about that, Kadang?
Right now.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, because the only thing that's kind of left of me is my mind, and I wanna get some exercise with that. So I'm going to offer people the ability to have me write a story, and the story is going to be essentially you can buy into it. So what'll happen is you can buy into shit. I actually have a graphic for it. Let me unblind it here. Okay, there's the graphic. Now, basically, I'm going to write a story. The people who contribute money, each one of them can pick a category. Like, if you pick a category of the protagonist, you can say, oh, well, the protagonist is a werewolf, or the protagonist is Abraham Lincoln. You know, it can be anything. You can pick any setting. You know, it's held in New Jersey, it's held in Mars. You can pick the time. It's present day, it's future, it's past. The pyramids are being built. It doesn't make a difference. So everybody who contributes, once I get all 8 of those together, then I'm adding a degree of difficulty. The clock starts. Once all of them have been picked, then I have a week to write the story. And it has to involve everything. Everything that's been bought and paid for has to pay off. So I'm kind of excited about this. And if it goes well enough, or in my sneaky mind, if I plan it well enough, we can actually have a reading of it. And if there's multiple characters, which I'm very dialogue laden. I love dialogue. I can do descriptors, but I do conversational dialogue very well. So I'm thinking there's going to be characters in it, and I'm going to be asking friends to step in and read it. So I might even write it like a radio play. But this sounds like a lot of fun. And
First short story, your first short story in the same room.
First short story, my first short stories. Sorry, that's a meme. God damn it. It was a very nice announcement, and you destroyed it, Mark.
Yeah, you
No,
brave it
not
on
I know.
Sorry. No,
No.
this is something I'd throw money at. Are you kidding me?
But
Yeah,
I thought it was a fun idea. Even, I even have a spot open to where whomever donates can name the damn can name the story. They pick the actual title. Although one thing that I don't want to do, I don't want to do porn. I don't want to do straight out porn.
Now,
Yeah, that would
mind
be
you,
uncomfortable, I think.
I'm out.
well, no, mind you, there can be scenes thrown in there, but it's not going to be like, and then all of a sudden Aiden walked in and was like, "Hey, Merc, are you ready to stock my shelves?"
God damn it. Oh my god. No.
If you'll excuse me, I have a story to write real quick.
it's the next 50 Shades of Grey.
No, because there's actual thought and intelligence and
And not just
experience
Twilight
behind
fanfiction.
what I would write versus that. Oh my God, Sparky, why did you have to trigger my fucking timbers right there? I hate those books with a burning passion. I'm about to fucking throw my phone. Hold on.
So I've never.
Harlequin novel.
No, 50 Shades. But I did read. I think most of the Twilight books in a kind of book club my friend and I were doing years ago, and they were awful.
Wait,
So-
you still have brain cells after that?
I mean, I remember thinking like, well, this is pretty bad, but the whole point was to talk, to drink wine and talk with my friends about it. Like that was the point, you know? Although I don't know, I think I was like 18, so I guess we weren't drinking wine. I don't know what we were doing. We were Skype calling because this is when I went to college. And I thought, Dad, these are awful. And then I remember like a year later, I talked to my one close friend who was also in the book club, and we were talking about Twilight, and she's like, "Yeah, I hated those books." And so the whole time we were just kind of being polite to the other two girls in the book club.
Oh God, Stephanie Meyer is a horrible writer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Pretty bad. I used to be more offended by the Mormon stuff. I don't really care about that so much anymore. But I do think that some of the messages she tried to like put in there under the. See, the reason I'm not so irritated is because the left is so much worse. So it's like I pick your battles, you know. But trying to slip in subliminal messages to kids is kind of scummy, no matter who's doing it.
Yeah, there's like several things I want to kind of write add-ons to books and novels I've read, but I'm still going as like if I was to do it, it'd have like I think a third grade reader's book would be much more analytic than I could be.
Oh, avoid at least. I haven't read 50 Shades, but I know that it was based on a fan fiction that was a Twilight fan fiction. So like already you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. How did literal scum, Pond Scum, become one of the most profitable film franchises of all time?
Because people are retarded. That's why. Like, it's the only explanation I can possibly come up with. And that's that. And I don't mean to offend retards by comparing these desperate, stupid
I was
cunts
just
who
gonna say,
made
fuck, I'm a
these
retard.
books
I got
fucking
tape.
popular. My fucking God. 50 Shades of Grey is absolute, like, Twilight's bad. Twilight's really bad, especially because of the fucking message that it feeds to young, impressionable, idiotic teenage girls. But 50 Shades is feeding an even worse message to older versions of these girls, to women who are so stupid and like, oh my god, it's a sexy book. No, it's not. It's about an abusive, controlling piece of shit.
Well,
who has
what does that say?
serious fucking issues, and they want to romanticize it and then go ahead and put in your fucking brains like, oh no, it's okay. If you love him, then you can change him as long as you're a naive, innocent, stupid, dumb twat who's a weak fucking bitch who winds up in the beginning of the second book. She's starving herself because she's so sad because the guy she left the guy who would threaten her. Threaten her because she wasn't doing what he wanted. Fuck off, you fucking piece of God! I fucking hate these books.
But does that say something about how stupid people are, or how a lot of women are into that? And
she just named off my ex.
It's not even about the women being into it. It's that they're too stupid to realize that that's what this is. They're like, oh, but do you think so? Love and it's so romantic and it's really good. I'm like, no, you obviously have never been in an abusive relationship, and you have no idea what the fuck a real BDSM relationship is like. It is not.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
Oh my god.
Well, I've heard that criticism a lot, but I would say this. I think for most women, it really is just porn, and it's the same way like guys aren't or women aren't super analyzing hardcore pornography. This is just some kind. It's a way to make it. I don't know. I don't even want to say more socially acceptable, because I don't think it was not socially acceptable for women to look at porn. But this is just like, I mean, it's a titty flick. It's a cheesecake film for women. That's the only way I can describe it. So
it's all shit kind of porn.
It is shit porn.
It is absolute shit. First and foremost, it takes like 8 fucking chapters, and in like one chapter, there's like 3 pages of her describing her fucking with her hair or some stupid retarded bullshit like that. It takes 8 chapters for anything, and it was boring. It was boring. It wasn't even good. It wasn't worthwhile. It was like, really, if this is the kind of fucking porn you want, women, here, hold on. Let me show you like Dark Hunters. Let me show you Anita Blake. Let me show you the Mary Gentry series. Here, let me show you any fucking thing else that's not this, because god damn, if you really think 50 Shades of Grey is sexy in any way, shape, fuck, let me show you Comics fucking Nick's with his fucking satirical bullshit fucking fan fictions that he writes about Optimus Prime plowing Princess Leia. That is sexier. That is more romantic than 50 Shades of shit. Get it through your fucking, please, dear God, get a fucking brain, you dumb cunts.
I gotta agree with Mark on
It's
that.
for normie women, though. Like women who are like, tee-hee, I wouldn't look at pornography, tee-hee. You know, that kind of fucking shit. So it's just like, you get away with doing it in public.
I think it's irresponsible writing, because she really did no research on the book. And it's like the 20s where they had like the little nudie cutie viewers.
Yeah, I agree, though, that the biggest problem I have with this is the fact that it totally misrepresents what a S&M sort of relationship is, or a sub-dom relationship is, versus a abusive relationship, and conflates the two. So that's a problem. It being a shitty book is, there's lots of shitty media out there that, Adam Sandler has a career.
Well, basically the only reason why it got over was because there's a lot of vanilla people out there, and they could read it and say, ooh, I took a walk on the wild side by reading 50 Shades of Grey. And it's like, you get no Girl Scout or Boy Scout badge for this. It's shitty writing. It's misrepresentative of the actual culture. And, everybody who's involved with the BDSM community has a right to be pissed about this, because it's, it's like saying, if you're watching a stage play, if you're watching a stage play that is completely and totally misrepresenting any part of reality, and you walk out of there going, wow, that was great, I would have never known about this side. And it's like, no, that's fiction. It's complete fiction. You know, it was supposed to entertain you for 2 hours. Now walk away. But I don't know. I don't think that analogy works that well. So forgive me. But it's I hate when writers are lazy about this shit. You know, I'm a writer in real life, and you know, I'm called to do touch-ups and shit. That's one of the things I do best. Is I help tweak stories and figure out, you know, how to get rid of plot holes. You know, how to do the timing on anything. And yeah, I think I got the first 100 pages in, and I'm like, I'm done with this book. It sucks. It's boring. And what it's doing is it's just padding itself until it can get to the mediocre sex scene. I think I got to the first one. Oh. And I was just like, no, because I know people in the BDSM community. And this guy is really just a user of people. He's not representative. I mean, there's bad apples in every community, but this guy is not representative of the lifestyle. And this is one woman's imagining about how it works, and that ain't how it works. Nursey says in the chat, writing good erotica is actually an art. If you can do it and keep people's mind in the story from beginning to end and achieve what you wanted to do, it's a success. That's what I try to do. She writes erotica. I used to. I wrote a little bit. I kept a couple of stories, but I think she writes erotica better than I do. So I leave that genre alone.
I imagine it does take a lot of you know, that has to be challenging. It's like the one nerd thing I've never done. I've never written fan fictions. I've done every other weird nerd thing, but that was never my bag, I guess. But I can only imagine, because I hate when you're trying to find something that's entertaining, to put it that way, and there's just everything. It's like horribly written and full of grammatical errors, even just huge mistakes, or reads like it was written by a 5-year-old.
Well, yeah, but I mean, writing is definitely an expressive thing, and just as important as putting paint to canvas. You're basically...
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you're basically creating. And I think for me, this is going to be a fun writing exercise. I can't... I'm really anxious. I am hoping that people fill in those blanks and fill them in quickly. Because, you know, I've got the page where I'm going to start the clock. And I'll have the clock rolling on the IRS screen, and whatever we decide to do, it'll be on Doctor On Call too. No explanation, just there. I think this will be fun, and I think no, I'm sure of it. I'm sure that I'm going to be challenged, and that's going to make me smile. It's going to make me work. I used to do this just for kicks. I'd have somebody go, okay, just give me a genre and give me a character, and I go off and running with it.
I mean, that's kind of cool, I think, in a way too. It's also sort of what, you know, I played just yesterday. I played Pathfinder or some tabletop games with people every week, and it's sort of the same thing. I think that it does make you get a little bit more creative and thinking about how to work through problems, and you're kind of just oftentimes rolling with the dice, literally and figuratively, of figuring out how a story should work, or, you know, what a character's motivations are and things like that. That's always fun. I think that's actually something everybody should do, even if it's like, if you're not a creative person, just do Mad Libs kind of stuff.
Speaking of, man, I haven't picked up my dice and my actual pen and paper and books since, about 6 years. 5 years? Fuck, I gotta get back into it. You've seen my fucking source books I've got.
Oh, I know. You were more of a war, right?
What's that?
You were more into war. D&D or Pathfinder or something.
You keep cutting out right as you say you're into more of a, and then you pick up the rest of it, and I'm like, what?
D&D. Yeah, you were more into Warhammer. Warhammer, because I think I.
Oh yeah. I was into 40K. Fuck. Well, no, I mean I played. I have almost equal time in both franchises. You know, D&D and 40K.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
She says in the chat, maybe sometime I'll have to stories for you. You can tell me if they suck or bad.
Oh shit! I just realized something. Like, not stream related. Aiden, could you do me a favor and check the crockpot, make sure it's off?
I'm pretty sure it is. I went down there earlier, but yeah.
Okay, thank you, honey.
Even if it's on, it's soup.
True, but I don't want it to caramelize and turn into a smoke pile.
I don't
Just in case.
That's French onion soup. If it was on, I would smell it.
Yeah.
So gaming.
Sorry, we're still guys.
What are your thoughts on the 50 Shades?
I don't know nothing about it.
You didn't read anything or watch any movies?
I don't read. I don't like to read. I barely read anything, and I don't have any interest in the movie either. Nothing like that. So I got no comments on that.
I just read it funny.
I find myself in media cycles. Right now I'm back to playing retro games, and then after retro games I usually go back to science fiction novels and whatnot, and then I go to PC gaming, and then we start all over again.
I'm working on a video on I'm working on 2 videos at once as usual. Rumor spreading over the Jussie Smollett thing. Oh wow, there's some cool research on this that I hadn't read before.
Good God, what they charge him with? Felonious misconduct, I think.
I'm super excited. It's one of the reasons why I don't mind waiting a little bit on that video, because it's like, well, it's stuff still developing. But you know what? I think the biggest problem I have with the entire debacle is that there was never a hashtag Je suis. What's his last name again? Jussie, but it's like Je suis. It's like, you know, Je suis.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. I would have assumed that he would have done something that cringy. It didn't, and I'm disappointed. Jussie Smollett, you know, like, I stand with you, Jussie, and you getting beaten up at -degree temperatures in Chicago by people wearing that.
He has been charged with felony disorderly conduct.
Oh, he needs to be way more than that. But you guys want to take some bets? I mean, they can be bets with fake money. But does he play the I had a psychotic break because it's so hard to be a gay black man in Hollywood, so I had a psychotic break, and I was just crazy. I didn't know what to do, and then he ends up being the victim again.
Wow, I don't know.
What was it?
Bond hearing coming up on Thursday.
I mean, the public narrative. I guarantee that.
I was in a bad headspace.
You were in a bad. Dude. I swear the phrase "bad headspace" will be thrown around. I'm sure of it. Oh, I don't have to make a new. I forgot I already had a folder. Nope. Just fuck my shit up. That's what my folder's called.
Yeah, I mean, may even have you on camera. For God's sake. I mean, I don't understand what goes through people's heads every time they play a race card, because that's what he was playing.
Oh yeah. Oh, race and gay and like it was right. He also then, you know, got really forward about his Jewish heritage too. I mean, really just checking every single possible oppression mark there, you know. And then it turned out he made the whole goddamn thing up. So. Good job.
Wasn't it the one where the 4 black kids tortured the retarded white kid?
Yeah.
And
that got buried.
Well, yeah, just to alleviate any perceived tension, they dropped they actually dropped the race card. They said no, we're not going to use that. And it's like,
Yeah.
but you have to because they said it. They
Yeah,
did
they
it.
said fuck you, white boy, that kind of stuff. They said it over and over. Fuck Donald Trump, fuck white people. They said all that shit in their fucking video, but no, I mean, like, they didn't want to create racial tensions. But this is what betrays them, of course. You do want to create racial tension. You just don't want any sympathy towards white people ever. I mean, the video I just put up was about this, in that basically, yeah, they said, I mean, this counter hate thing, the only hate that they counter on Twitter is anything not directed at white people or men. And that's just not how hatred works. You really can hate anybody. And it's all hatred. So I'm not even calling it bigotry or prejudice or anything like that, because they get really mad, like, oh, well, you know, you can't be racism is power plus privilege. But they're not calling it racism. They're calling it hatred. Unless you want to redefine the word hatred based on your own criteria, there's all kinds of hateful shit on Twitter that is against white people and men that does not get covered at all or considered hate.
Well, and I watched that interview that Joe Rogan had. God damn it, I can't think of his name. The guy
Yeah. I saw it too, yeah. I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, the guy who runs Twitter. And he just legitimately bent over.
Oh, Jack
Oh.
Dorsey?
Everything was softball.
No, I thought you meant the one he did recently about Justice Smollett.
No, the one he did with the guy who runs Twitter.
Oh.
Jack Dorsey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dorsey. That was amazingly tame for what he does. Well, maybe just had a little bit too much DMT.
Nah, Rogan's an interesting guy because guests will calm themselves down around him because they know how big his reach is. But then you can also watch him do that to people that are really big, even for as massive of a platform as he has. Like my two favorite comedians I've talked about a lot are Tom Segura and his wife Christina Pajitsky, who do a podcast, Your Mom's House. And whenever they're friends with Rogan, they've known him since before he started the whole podcasting thing. And when they go on Rogan, they are different people. It's very odd, just because he's got such a wider reach, so they can't talk about the really fucked up shit they do on their own podcast. But Rogan's an interesting guy like that. Anyway, I just think the Justice Smollett thing's hilarious. It's the funniest shit I've seen. And you know what really wallops my walnuts is that it happened within a month of the Nathan Phillips Covington Catholic incident, where everyone should have known not to believe media hype instantly, and they did it anyway. You stupid morons! What are you doing?
Hey, I was one of those stupid morons.
You bought into the Covington Catholic thing?
I only saw the fucking little clip at first when they first aired it, so I was dumb enough to. I didn't realize I was watching. I think CNN maybe, or I didn't realize who the fuck I was watching.
This is what I'm saying. Like, but this is the thing. This Justice Smollett thing happened within a month, and I don't know how. I get that news memory is very short, but personal memory shouldn't be that short. I also understand that we're cognitive misers from a psychological standpoint, but so soon after such a major oopsie, how did so many people then say, oh, well, I stand with Jussie, I believe everything he says. How dare you say that you question his story? When I remember the day it was reported, which was 3 weeks ago, and maybe two and a half weeks ago, and it was like somebody mugged you. Well, one, you went to Subway at 2:00 in the morning in negative 16-degree temperatures, and then two guys in MAGA hats in Chicago ran up to you. It didn't make any sense. Just the Covington Catholic thing didn't make any sense to me.
Well,
I just don't know how people fell for it immediately.
Well, once again, I kind of look at everything like, how would I write this?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, he had a half-cocked story, and he was like, "Okay, but yeah, we."
It's a terrible story.
I mean, Is he? Oh, by the way, good morning, Viable Ninja. What was he thinking the end result of this would be? What did he expect to get from it? What is the outcome? That's the thing that I keep sitting back trying to think. You know, what was his benefit? What boon would he receive for doing stupid shit like this?
Oh, well, it seems like he was going to get fired from his position on Empire.
Oh, really?
That's the rumor. I'm not sure about how accurate it is, so you can take it with a grain of salt. See, look, actually, interestingly, I just read a study about this. So, here's how rumor works, right? This is a really cool study that I actually found from a PhD student just a couple of minutes, well, maybe like a half an hour ago now. Really cool. PhD student who works in information systems technology rather than communication or psychology, who found that when he basically gave a caveat like that on a piece of information or a rumor, people were less likely to share it. They like the juicy shit that's totally like without question. But the just put out the rumor. Don't try to qualify it. Damn it! Now I got off track. What was I fucking? I'm sorry. Could you restate the question? I got distracted by looking at this fucking graph. Is what happened.
There wasn't enough words for her to concentrate on.
It was stupid graphs.
Essentially, the question is, what did he hope to benefit?
Oh, that's obvious. Yeah, it was the so that's how I got off track. Was saying that I heard a rumor that he was probably going to lose his position on Empire, and he again a rumor. But he was trying to secure his position because this guy's a D-list actor. I mean, he's a nobody, really.
Hey, he was a Mighty Duck.
Wowee. That's impressive. I'm not saying I'm a nobody, but you know, if you are, this is your job and you want to maintain some semblance of attention in the public sphere, which you have to as an entertainer, then what better way to do it right now? You know, Tucker Carlson's video on it the other day on his show was pretty good, where he basically brought about how Al Sharpton did this back decades ago now, where he brought up a false rape case and you know, ran with it.
Warner Brawley.
Yep. And he ended up in the years since then, what happened to Al Sharpton? He became one of the most influential people in politics and media. And he was never punished for lying. So why would you, but instead actually gained a career, a massive career because of his lie and misinformation. So I think that for someone like Jussie, who's a D-lister, like at that time Al Sharpton was, it seems like a win-win. You can spin it as, oh, I had a meltdown. Oh, I had a psychotic break. I was in a bad headspace or some shit like that. If you get caught. And if you don't get caught, then you just become a media darling forever. What's going to happen to this guy? What's the worst thing that could happen to me? What happened to Al Sharpton?
Well, my favorite is just recently they discovered that Al Sharpton sold the rights to his life story. Do you know who he sent it to or sold it to?
I'm fascinated, but I have no clue.
Spike Jones, probably.
He sold it to the Al Sharpton Foundation.
Who runs it? Who's
For I think it was a $3.2 million.
Well, that'll cover about what, a quarter of his fucking back taxes that he fucking owes.
Yeah, I mean, he literally sold the rights to himself. He sold it to his charity or organization. So I mean, you know, yeah, that's.
So that means he gets that money back because it's a 501c3 charity.
Yep.
Yep. God,
what the fuck?
Fucking shithead. Oh,
Yep.
damn.
So that's going to help him catch up on his taxes.
Oh, is it 501c3 or 501c something?
501c3. It's 501c3.
Alright.
Fairly sure. Oh, fucking A. The world we live in.
I like popsicles.
Me too.
God.
Good.
Do you want me to bring home some popsicles? Because I was actually thinking about it earlier today.
No, we have pretzels, which is all I want.
The pretzels, not pretzels.
Yes, they are pretzels because they're frozen. Don't get my joke. such a great wordplay, man. Come on.
Mark, you're just about as good as killing jokes as I am.
Oh, is this guy knocking on the door and I can't fucking hear him?
I do not know. Cadunt, how are you doing? I say as she has the mute on. Cadunt.
Probably out like a light.
How are you doing, dear?
I am just waiting for my phone to charge up enough so that I can go and have a cigarette.
So you gonna go smoke now?
A cigarette sounds like a really good idea. I am. The previous subject is one of which can really get me going, and it's been just long enough of not discussing it to where that had me
Well,
I had to walk away from my phone. Like I had to set it down gently and walk away for a bit, and then I came back and muted just in case. But I couldn't.
Do you need me to do the thing?
what?
Do the thing, Sparky.
And let's.
What am I missing? What the hell happened? I'm sorry, I was gone.
Sparky's gonna strip.
Yes, I'm gonna strip.
Oop this. Let me get to my phone. I gotta see this.
No.
Come on, man. It's like a train wreck. I can't. You know, it's a terrible tragedy, but you just can't look away.
All right, let's see. Here we go, Cadunt.
Fuck you, that's how.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's so good. I fucking love Alucard so goddamn much. And abridged Alucard is like best Alucard.
Wait a minute. Is it?
From Helsing.
Yeah. Is there an abridged Van Helsing?
No, there's an
No.
abridged Helsing Ultimate abridged from Team 4-Star. Specifically talking about it.
Oh, fucking A. I love Team 4-Star, and their Helsing Abridged is great.
Yes.
I found a way to tame the Cadunt, so.
God damn it! I cut my arm open, motherfucker.
You okay?
Merc, don't do those things. Don't
It's
do
not
that.
that bad.
Stop hurting yourself.
Yeah, that's her job.
At least he hasn't tased himself tonight.
No, I have pepper sprayed myself in the past though, or I've been pepper sprayed. I just can't bear with the pain, man. Look at this. Let's see,
I've been pepper sprayed.
He's turning emo.
I've been tagged before.
Oh no, I can't do it. I can't live through this shit, man. I can't do it.
I gotta hurt myself to feel.
Yeah, I fucking shaved my beard off. A lot of people probably notice. Fucking ridiculous. Huh? I look retarded now.
I need going for a haircut. It's about time.
Oh, I've been challenged by my Scottish friend to not shave my head or get a haircut for a year. And as of fucking
If it
January
looks really
19th,
bad, honey, I might have to interject. Just,
Really?
Well, I mean, like, let's be honest. We have to be honest with ourselves. You are a little bit bald.
Honey, this is not anything that nobody knows here.
But just
A
you're
little bit.
just a little bit bald on the top, and it might not look so hot if you
Yeah.
let it.
He might be able to throw up the Dr. Riley look.
He can put some hair extensions.
Hold up.
I mean, if you've got
Don't get plugs. No plugs. Don't do that.
it really does depend too for the male pattern baldness, because sometimes it's that receding thing that leaves the landing strip there.
No, he's got it in the back of his head. Like, you've seen him, so.
It's not that anybody can see the top of my fucking head.
See, that's the only thing, is that no one can see the top of your head.
My angle is not that good.
Oh, shit.
I had an acquaintance that could.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. I think that's the Native American thing that I ended up with. Was that I benefited by getting the good hair gene. I mean, I'm not balding anywhere, am I? Okay.
Well, I didn't notice anything.
Yeah. What I got from my Native American hair was brown hair and brown eyes.
Hey Doc.
Yes, Cadet.
I'm about to have a cigarette, and then after that, I think I'm out.
Okay. Hit your cigarette and come back, and you can do your goodbyes if you need to.
Okay.
And then you can help me one more time, because we have such a huge audience tonight of 5 people, and 3 of them are us.
Well, actually, no, I'm not even. I don't click on the stream to watch it because I like to have the viewer count as accurate as possible.
I mean, do you want me to tweet it out? I can, but I mean,
I mean, if you want, I think it's.
I've tried to I've given you guys a shout out in my video, but I haven't actually. I don't often post links to this because, to be completely honest, it's really fucking frustrating being somebody that people pay attention to. Do you know what I mean? Maybe not. It's like, oh, I want to just kind of let's have a cool, chill time and not worry about let's be entertaining.
No, that's fine. And it's up to you if you want to tweet it out. That's if you want to. But no matter what, whether you do or don't, no matter the size of the audience that is in the chat, period, this is just meant to be a chill stream, no matter what. Like,
that's why I like this place, because it's fun and chill.
Chill to lay back.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like,
yeah, I'll probably post something up on it, but yeah, I mean, I think it's I hate to use the word a family affair, but yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see input from the people who normally show up, because I think they're going to enjoy it, and God help us to get there, but definitely if we do get all the spaces on the bingo board filled, then I'm going to attempt. I'm pretty sure I'm going to attempt, when I write the story, to make it more of a reader's theater, so we can actually do it online and act it out, because I think that would be a blast. I've had a lot of my stuff adapted to audio stories, and I think the degree of fun is going to be getting my internet friends involved to do a character, or read a line, or get over. I mean, I have friends who are professional voice actors, and I could probably call on them to do the narration. But as far as the character flavor, I would love to have people do that. Yeah, I love the interactivity of it.
Oh yeah.
And thank you, Turish. Turish said, "I like this stream." We do stuff.
I used to do voice acting stuff before I went deaf. This was over a decade ago.
You're not really deaf.
Yeah, I am.
No.
I lost. Well, I'm not deaf. No, I fucking lost so much hearing that I developed a lisp in my speaking.
I can notice that.
It's a very, very slight lisp.
At least it's not as bad as mine.
Well,
Oh, dang. I'm a little stoned. I keep trying to read these studies, and now they don't make any sense.
Well, I got through, I took like 4 years of speech therapy to get rid of my stutter. It's there every so often, but I mean, unless you're really looking for it, because I've mentioned that I had a stutter, and people are like, "You don't stutter," and I'm like, you know what? Watch the show about 5 or 6 times. Get to the end of the show, and you might be able to catch one or two. But
See, when I was in school, I went to speech therapy since I was, kindergarten on up to about 9th grade. And 9th grade, I said, fuck, I'm done with this shit.
I had to do it when I was a little kid, only because it was, oh shoot, come on, brain. Why can't, it's called, it's like the sporadic style of speech where you talk really, really, really fast.
You still have it, don't you? I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes you go 100 miles an hour, and I'm like, wow, I like this.
No, I never really got over it, but that was like, the place where it's at now is with work. When I was a little kid, no one could understand anything I said. I mean, it was just chop, 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 fast as hell. That's something I have to work on all the time. I still have to work on it, and I'm not good at it.
what was it called? Crowding?
Cluttering.
Fluttering, that's right.
buttering. What?
Cluttering, but buttering's good too.
Yeah, butter those words up.
Butter it, get them all nice and greasy, yeah. Oh shit.
No, I don't know, because when I was a kid, this shit just did not exist. That's one of the things that I'm fascinated about.
Well, they all have words for it now. I think it's always existed. I mean, my dad always told me, like, when they told me I had autism, he's like, back in my day, my dad was born in 1952. So, yeah, he just told me, he'd be like, back in my day, we would just call people like you savants, or we would call you weird, or what was the other word he used?
Eccentric?
Eccentric, that was the word, exactly, thank you. That we would just call people like you eccentric. Now they call you autistic, and it's like, I don't know, I'm just telling you what the guy told me.
By the way, hi Buzz of the Hive.
Good morning, Buzz. Yeah, that was my thing. Back in my day, they would have diagnosed me with ADHD, but the actual diagnosis from the doctor was like, he's just a daydreamer.
I mean, that was how it was back then. I don't know what's better, because this micro breaking down of personality differences into these disorders is probably not healthy in the long run. Only because I can only say that I became more okay with myself being weird and eccentric when someone told me I had autism. At first, I was furious at the guy for telling me that. The guy who diagnosed me, I was like, fuck you, man, you can't fucking tell me that shit, how dare you? And then I went like, well, that would explain some things. But the danger there is that then you can kind of use it like a crutch, and say like, well, it's okay if I don't fit in, or if I act weird and uncomfortable around people. No, it's really not. You should try to. And you just got to work on it. Every single person has to work on things in themselves.
Well, based on my observations, you do pretty well. Every time we have a dinner party thing.
That's because dinner parties are easy for me. I have a job to do, so.
Yeah, well, that's true, yeah. You do your thing.
But I also did work on it. I worked on it really hard my whole life. I don't know if people.
Damn good at entertaining.
I don't know, guys. The young people today, and this is back to the boomer argument, but young people today, like, do they really have to work on it, or are they just kind of told it's okay to be you? You shouldn't have to develop these social skills that are necessary.
See, now me, I'm actually one of those who's kind of in between. I think that, if you're naturally weird, and I mean just odd, not go out of your way to be odd kind of thing. Cause I'm an awkward person. in regular life. Over the internet, I'm a lot less awkward. but I think that's a lot of us, is we're just a lot less awkward when it's just talking like this. That's why the internet is such a
lot of research on
highly used medium when it comes to social interactions. But I would never say like, okay, well, if you don't want to ever socialize, then never ever socialize. Like that's not my bag. Like, you got to learn how to socialize. I think that's something that's really important, but you shouldn't have to push yourself because you think that that's what you're supposed to do. You know, like you push yourself because you're trying to better yourself, but don't push yourself because you're like, well, this is what I was told I'm supposed to do. Just push yourself because you want to make it better. That's
well, it's like you're doing it's like you're doing a 100-yard dash, and all of a sudden they set up those fucking orange barrels. You know, here, this is your limitation. You know, you can't do this. You can't surpass it. This makes you the round peg to the square hole. Mm-hmm. And I don't see anything wrong with being a round peg trying to fit into a square hole, because first and foremost, you should never try to conform to that. If you are different, if you're actually autistic, then you know, you just work with it. You figure out. You know, it's like a Chinese puzzle box. You just figure it out. And then the things open up. You figure out how you work in social settings. But a lot of people are definitely using it as a crutch, saying, you know, well, I have this, so therefore I can't do that.
Yeah, make your weird work for you.
Yeah.
But don't use it to ostracize yourself. Don't use it as an excuse to be like, well, I'm just weird, so that's why. Like,
Well,
yeah.
I think people have been doing that for all of human history. We've been doing that, of being like, yeah, you know, I got this weirdness, but I'll make it work for me in a way. And I do think that, like, the problem now is to, rather than taking your uniqueness and your weirdness and using it to the best of its capacity, now it's just like, let's resign myself to my fate of failure. I don't have to do anything because I got this thing that a doctor said I had. I've been diagnosed with all kinds of shit, and then some of those diagnoses have been reversed and all kinds of crap. Like, that happens. Like, for a while, well, I had to take EMDR therapy, which is for PTSD. And then she's like, well, I don't really know if you have PTSD because it was before I got diagnosed with bipolar. So, and the PTSD shit was over bullying, which you can get. I mean, but this was before I got diagnosed with bipolar, and a lot of psychology is way up in the air already.
See, that's one of the things that I did, is I've dealt with a weird speech pattern all my life. And whenever I had my top plate put in, because of issues, it really made my speech worse. And that's about the time I actually started my YouTube channel up, and that actually forced me to go through and edit videos and listen to myself. And for the longest time, I always hated listening to myself, and that forced me to work on myself. And I've gotten so much better since the start to now.
Well, and honestly, you don't have to answer this, but I'm curious. Was it a palate issue?
It was, because whenever I was what was it? I think 6 or 7. Whenever my baby teeth were growing out, I developed a very serious ear infection when I was little, and the medicine that they gave you was this pink shit. And it was taken orally. And at the time, nobody knew that this medicine would eat enamel, not only on your baby teeth, but also on your permanent teeth.
Oh.
So whenever my baby teeth started coming out, I had one that it messed one of my teeth up so bad, it actually forced one of my permanent teeth to come in through the top roof of my mouth.
Oh.
So it ended up coming through in the very top of my mouth, and it impacted to my jaw. Well, because of medicine, my teeth enamel was also weak. So I've I don't know how much money my mother spent on my teeth growing up, but I know I've had every one of my teeth filled at least 6 times. And
Jesus.
The problem I have is the fillings after about a year or 2 fall out. The teeth just can't hold them. And my top teeth got so bad dealing with abscesses, because before I got my top teeth pulled out, I dealt with, in a 6-month period, of about 20 abscesses.
Let me just real quick. Good morning, Anu Vlad. And we have somebody new in the chat. Joey Jojo, welcome to the
Hey,
IRS.
Joey, how's it going?
Have a wrench.
Hey.
Hey,
But yeah,
Man.
yeah. But yeah, dealing with that, I went to the dentist. Is like, I'm getting tired of this, and I asked for solutions, and the only solution they could give me was, get all my top teeth removed and get dentures.
Dentistry stuff freaks me out so bad.
And I'm sorry.
Oh no! It's just because I.
Oh no! It gets worse. It gets worse.
Oh no! Oh, God, I'm strapping in. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna break the fuck out.
Yeah, strap in, hold on, sit tight, because whenever I went in to get my teeth removed, this is going to be a very simple procedure. Well, in the middle of doing this procedure, the tube that came in the side of my mouth, when they removed it, took a 1/2 inch by 2 inch chunk of my top jaw out with it.
Ow.
Along with ripping a nice 1 inch incision into my sinus canal.
God damn.
You see, that's the thing. They gave you a cleft palate. Jesus Christ.
See,
Yeah.
I don't have any physical issues. I'm just like really mentally fucked. Like, I'm okay. So we're gonna talk about diagnoses. So I'm diagnosed. I was diagnosed after seeing my therapist for like 2 years. He finally felt comfortable enough to diagnose me with bipolar, minor OCD, and he lumped this as borderline and psychosis. So,
But it took 2
Whoa,
years.
you don't strike me as
he
a
was
type.
he was really thorough. Like that's one of the things that I appreciated. He didn't want to just like throw a diagnosis at me.
Well, they don't. No one does that. I think that's something. When I see people online say like, "Oh, I went to the doctor. They diagnosed me with blah or this or that." It doesn't matter if it's psychological or physical.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't happen. It takes
No.
months,
but-
if not years.
Yeah.
Dude,
It took
some cases for neurological disorders, it takes you years. Fucking,
Yeah,
it
it-
took me 12 years to get diagnosed with fucking Hortons.
Yeah,
Fucking
and
it's
he
similar.
suspected
Well,
I
yeah,
may
that's-
have some form of PTSD because of the abuse that I took from my dad, who also apparently suffered from PTSD due to being in the military, and he thinks now this one he wanted me to see a neurologist for, but he thinks I might have a minor form of Tourette's. So like I'm just like a clusterfuck of fun times.
You're a ball of wonder.
Well, you know what? I think that kind of defines everybody, right? Like everybody's kind of a clusterfuck. And that's what I mean by all these, like trying to put words to things sometimes isn't, like I got diagnosed with bipolar because I was in the hospital and they were like, well, fuck, we can't let you leave the hospital without a better diagnosis than this. Because at that point I had been going to EMDR therapy for a year and I thought it was helping, but it clearly wasn't. So, I mean, like, actually, now my timeline's messed up. I don't actually remember if that was... Yeah, that was before. Look, that's another thing. Human memory is horrible. That kind of stuff of remembering shit. But,
yeah.
By the way, good morning to Kusa.
Hey, Chris.
And please have a wrench. Yeah,
It's a wrench no state here for the most part.
Sounds like you tweeted out, right?
I did tweet it out, yeah.
Oh yeah, because fan base.
Well, no, I mean, like, it is true, guys. I am here pretty often. I've tweeted it before, but yeah, like, this is a cool place if you just want to chill out, have human conversations with other humans.
Because
I-
are humans.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
know.
what the hell?
Some kind of weird thing.
Rude.
But I would
I'm
say,
not
you know,
human. I'm a cyborg.
it's very frustrating though. Like, there's so much. The internet's so fake, man. Like all the time. It's sometimes just nice. That is why I've always liked coming and talking to you know, lads and lasses. Is that there's no BS here. It's just real people being honest and legitimate, and not weird.
Well,
I mean, like I think it's
nice.
entertaining still, but it's nice. Yes, it's fun and nice. And if you also have insomnia or have a backward schedule, guys.
Yeah, I mean it's nice. Not, I mean, sometimes we do talk about the drama that's going on, but by and large, the whole IRS is just like a bunch of people sitting around the bar having drinks, talking about whatever comes up, even if it is dentistry.
Now that's dentistry though, man. I can't. Okay, so my grandmother lost all her teeth by the time she was 19.
Oy.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
So our children are definitely going to have fucking dental issues then. Holy
I
shit,
am
dude.
astounded that I haven't had to have a root canal at this point because both my mom and my dad had root canals by the time they were 30.
Oh, fuck that.
Hey.
No, rip it out. Rip it out. I'm not doing it.
Welcome to the chat, Hardcore. It's been a long time. Yeah,
Yeah,
thanks, man.
frankly, I probably, if they were like telling me you gotta start having root canals, I would just be like, knock me out, rip them all out, and give me dentures. I'd much rather have the fakesies.
That's what happened when I got to my 50s. It's a genetic thing. My mom had all of her teeth pulled when she was 26. She had a calcium deficiency, and basically her teeth were starting to turn into powder. And every time, now I got to 50. Every time that I'd bite into something, usually it would chip or break a tooth because the calcium count was so low.
Mine are chipping like that now. It's been happening for a few years. Yeah.
Yep. I gotta say the only besides the top form of draw coming out, just getting used to them sucked. I mean, I think I was stuck on broth and mashed potatoes and macaroni and cheese for at least 6 months.
Well, I can only say I had completely impacted wisdom teeth. So they had to do like a 4 to 6 hour surgery just because what they had to do was take the impacted teeth, drill into my gums, cut them up, and pull them out in little pieces, which sucked. Yeah.
Frequent.
It's not that uncommon. It's not, but like, it took me like, about 2 months to be able to eat regular food just from that. So I can't even imagine.
What about?
Good morning to Bitmel and Bar One Studios. Your first time here. Good morning and have a wrench.
Yeah. Hello.
But
it was funny because somebody dropped me off at the doctor's office, and they're like, "Well, okay, do you want to get these pulled?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bye, see ya." They're gone. And it was so funny because I had to take the bus back home, and I could not feel my face, and I was bleeding all over the place.
Yeah,
that's the thing. They do not prepare you for that. Like, Merc has seen it. I have this. It's this hoodie from Adventure Time. It's a white hoodie, but it just has the Adventure Time characters on it. Mm-hmm. And I, for whatever reason, I decided to wear it because it was my favorite hoodie. So I wore it when I went to go get my face operated on.
Oh.
And I bled all over it. But the thing is, my stepmom is a miracle worker, and she saved the hoodie, and you can only barely tell where there's.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I ended up getting pissed off at the dentist's office because I had to go back in. They had to reopen up and fix a bunch of stuff because the sinus canal wouldn't heal up. And I went back to the dentist's office. It's like, so explain to me what happened. How did a whole portion of my top jaw break off? It's like, did you hook onto a fucking truck and yank it out? It's like, how does that walk? And it's like, well, when we went to go pull the tooth, we put some pressure, and it just snapped off. And it's like, okay.
Yeah, thanks.
like,
asshole.
so it's like, so this also tells us one thing. You're gonna be stuck with removable dentures for the rest of your life. You do not qualify and cannot get implants. And it was like, great.
So now, are you basically stuck with a partial, or what's the deal?
All my top ones are gone. I still have all my bottoms for now.
Okay.
So I still got to go in and get some dental work done on them. I don't like the dentist, so I just haven't went in to get them done.
I don't know anyone who does.
Yeah, no,
Actually, Aiden, you know how you kind of said just the other day, you kind of said to me, "Oh yeah, go have fun with the dentist." I'm like, actually, I think I will. I fucking love my dentist.
You like your, I was okay. So here,
Yeah.
I'll tell a terrible story. You ready for something pretty nasty? I mean, this is not anywhere
Hit
near
me.
as bad as that. So actually, you know
Hit
what?
me.
Now this is gonna seem like a pleasant dream in comparison to that. When I was 6 years old, I lived in West Virginia, and they took me to this guy who he started up this relatively new dental business, and he said, "Well, I don't think your daughter's teeth are coming in fast enough." So I'm 6, by the way. I'm not like 10 or 11 or 12. When you should start to lose your baby teeth. I'm 6. It's like I don't think they're coming in quite right. So what he did is he put a pair of tweezers in my mouth or wrench, whatever, and no Novocaine, no, nothing. And then said, "Does this hurt?" And I went, "No." And then he moved it and he said, "Does this hurt?" And I said, "No." He said, "Does this hurt?" And he went, and I said, "Yes." And he ripped it right the fuck out. Ripped out all of my bottom teeth.
Wow.
Shit.
All of my
Oh my
bottom
God.
teeth came in crooked, by the way. Thanks.
Ow.
What a
I
dick.
had a
It's
doctor.
not quite over though, because there was a class action lawsuit against this guy, and I don't think my family was involved with it exactly. I don't remember. I think maybe we might have gotten like $100 because like 50 families sued him or something.
Wow.
Oh, is this the same
God.
dentist that's in the news right now?
No, this was 20 years ago
Oh shit.
in West Virginia,
My,
in Cheat Lake, West Virginia. So
so
go check it
yeah,
out.
that was,
Jesus Christ.
that was-
Wait, what were you? Wait, hold on one sec. What were you saying, Doc?
I had I had to get a molar taken out, and the filling had dropped out, so there was a hole there exposing the nerve. And I tried to find somebody. The only person I could find was a doctor named Dr. Love.
Oh no.
And I went to Dr. Love, and Dr. Love grabbed on with his little dental pliers to pull it out and shattered it.
Oh,
And I was
Christ.
I was legit choking because the shards went back into my throat, and he wouldn't get out of my fucking way, so I could try to cough them out.
Oh.
yeah.
oh my God!
Good.
That's why I haven't been to a dentist in like 2 years.
Well, and then
Speaking
he
of
just
love.
kinda smiled.
Actually, I really do need because I chipped off another piece of my bottom tooth that I need to get fixed.
Well, I know a good dentist around here. It's just the one obviously the one I just went to.
Fuck,
I'm going to him.
After that guy fucked with my teeth though and pulled them all out as a little kid, I was terrified. I had like horrifying fear of dentists for years.
Oh,
Well,
these guys will take care of you. Let me tell you, they're very gentle.
What were you saying, Doc?
By the way, we lost gaming. I think the teeth thing was too much for him. But I had a doctor called Dr. Payne. And,
Oh no!
and Dr. Payne was awesome. That dude was quick, right, and proper. He's like, okay, this is the bad one, right? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, aren't you gonna poke it and make me squirm and all that fucking shit? He's like, I see it. It's there. You want it gone? And I'm like, hell yeah. And within like 5 minutes, he had me numbed up, set up, and ripped it right out. And he's like, okay, we got it. You got a couple more cavities in there. Make sure brush up and all that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get some revenge. If it happens again, I will come to you and we will do some more pulling. But unfortunately, Dr. Payne moved to like Minnesota or something. So once again, had to trip around and find stuff and find assholes like Dr. Love.
Yeah. That was actually my experience out of the doctor's office because I was knocked out for that.
I had a drill sergeant named Love.
Yeah, bad experiences in the dental office was I had one tooth on the bottom that, I mean, literally the dentist almost had to put his fucking foot on my chest to pull it out. It's like
that's not proper procedure.
I know it's not proper procedure, but I think he worked on this tooth for about 2 hours trying to pull it.
Jesus. By the way, good morning, 3-4 Yoda. And yeah, my mic will dip in and out because Windows 9 or Windows 10 is a piece of shit. God damn it. I hate it. But yeah, it keeps modulating me, comparing me. If somebody comes in with a louder mic, it'll modulate me to what their mic spikes are. And that drops my mic down. So that's what happens.
Oh, I just think I found the most beautiful thing I've seen in forever. Just pure statistics on social media rumor spreading. This is the most beautiful. It's nothing but numbers and graphs. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. I think I'm going to cry a little bit. Oh my God, this is a beautiful study. This is the most beautiful study I've ever. It's been so long since I've seen just this much, just pure statistical numerical analysis. Oh my. I'm legitimately euphoric right now.
We know Kadun's weakness. Now we know Aiden's weakness.
So statistics. So essentially, you're saying that that it's kind of like a pornograph.
This is complicated statistical analysis. When they show me actually everything that they use in order to conduct these analyses, because some of these are some actual strategies I've not seen used too frequently or ever in the social sciences. So this is really interesting. This is it's not even published yet. Damn it! I don't know if I can cite this then. It's in limbo right now, I think. Look at these lambdas. Oh shit! This is amazing. This is like the best thing I've read in forever. God damn it! I wish more of us in the social sciences would do like this kind of degree of. See this K shell weighting? What the heck? Oh, this is amazing. Now I'm in a really good mood. After the dentistry thing, I had to like look at numbers. I had to like look at some numbers and graphs in order to make myself feel better.
Note to self: know how to make Aiden cringe. Checked off.
Oh, dentistry will do it for sure. But this is amazing.
So
that's
so
what
dentist.
I was gonna say, so if you ever go out on a date with Aiden, just make sure and bring some nice graphs and stats.
I try to.
Yeah, he does. He's very attentive.
Your dating days are over, lady.
I know.
Find a restaurant.
I love it.
Yeah, find a restaurant that posts the statistics of what is sold to what customers on the wall.
Oh, I'm out of alcohol. I'll be right back.
We'll be right here.
So Kadun?
Yeah.
Are we feeling any better than last night?
How are you feeling, Doc?
Because I'll admit I was in a mood, man. I was in total give up pussy mode last night. I mean, if any of my elders were still alive, they would be saying, "Hey, it's time to walk it off. Pull yourself up. Stop fucking about."
What happened? What I missed?
It's just that it
had been a day.
Yeah, both of us were really pretty down. And I had to check because apparently we've been hit again.
Mark, there's no more vodka. I have to drink soju now.
Schwanz Grubelman dropped 5.
Oof.
Thank you, sir. To say what's up, Doc, and tell Aiden to say Gestalt.
Gestalt. I understand that you'd like saying the word Gestalt, but I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure why.
I'm not considering castration, but whew, I tell you what, it's so funny because the lump thing. I had told the story to Nursey about my brother because his started off with a lump, and he had the same type of cancer that Lance Armstrong had. And
Oh shit!
by the time he paid attention to it, the cancer had already grown up around his heart. So he still has a lump about the size of a $50 that's dead, but attached to his heart, and it's too iffy for them to go in and take it out. So he'll have it for the rest of his life.
Jesus.
Yeah, I tell you what, man. My brother's fucking my oldest brother. He's fucking hardcore. His cancer. He went through cancer therapy 4 times. 4 fucking times in 6 years. And he legit said the last time it was experimental. He even had Lance Armstrong's doctor. And he was like, you know, the survival rate on this is about 35%. I'm not going to kid you. Let's do it. And so he did it for the 4th time. It's been in remission for, God, about 10 years now. And he told me up front, he said, listen, man, if this ever comes back, fuck the chemo. I'm done with it. He's like, I mean, I felt bad with the cancer. I felt worse with the chemotherapy. And there.
Oh yeah, I watched chemo destroy a man before. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I've watched some studies that have found that if you do the right, if you do it the right pill way, that chemo is not necessarily necessary. They barely did any like radiation on him because I mean basically that's what they're doing. They're irradiating your body to kill cancer cells, but it kills other cells too.
Right.
Yeah. Like with my mom, she had a nasopharyngeal cancer.
Oh no, God, no. That shit scares the hell out of me. Anything that happens in that area.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
God.
when she had the chemo, when she was doing the chemo, the radiation burned out her salivary glands. So for years, and not like completely, I guess they were able to like come back to, but she can no longer handle spicy food, because, you know, she no longer had the saliva to be able to handle it without her starting like cough and almost choke and like die. Well, not literally die, fortunately. Like that was good, but you know what I mean. It's the exaggeration, and so she just got used to always having to have a bottle of water with her wherever she went, just so that she could eat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good God. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, testicular cancer really does not scare me that because when they went in initially, you know, they just took one of my oldest brother's balls, and he's like, "Fuck it, I got 3 kids, so I don't care at this point. If you want to take that ball, I'm not using it. You know, I got a vasectomy, so it serves no function but to procreate." He's like, "Take it, get rid of it." But he was telling me how there's a lot of people who get, I don't know if it's a version of PTSD, but I would say mental emotional castration. Because when they lose that ball, some of them feel like less of a man. And technically, they are right. They are less of a man because there's a part that's been taken out of you. But a lot of people, a lot of males hinge their masculinity on it, even though you know nothing you can actually see.
Right, fuck it. Take my balls. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Yeah. Well, I do want to die. I think immortality is bullshit.
Well, I mean, before my time. You know what I mean?
yeah, okay.
Thought, yeah, immortality is bullshit. Yeah, eventually I'd like to grow old and die. I'd like to grow old first.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly just want to get back to the point where, you know, I can walk those 3 blocks and get to the bodega, because my second or third to the last mini stroke that I had, I was up and out of bed in the next day, and I'm like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna grab the cane, we're gonna put the suit on, and we are gonna go take a walk. And, you know, I forced my body to respond the way that I wanted it to. That's the hardest part about when you get afflicted. There are people out there who wave the white flag, and it's like, oh God, life is so bad. You know, look at me, blah blah blah, and I don't know what celestial entities came together to make, you know, whatever we are. But, you know, if we are made of cosmic stuff, if we are made of star stuff, then we're stronger than we think that we are. And we constantly need to push the limits. We constantly need to test ourselves. I mean, eventually there is a limit, but good God. I mean, we don't know unless we try it out. Like I said, I got out of the hospital, when was it? Like, yeah, Thursday, and yesterday I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to take a walk. Now I failed in that, but that doesn't mean I stop. I have to keep it going. I have to.
Doc, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I've never met a human being who was made of glass.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to constantly test yourself.
Yep.
You've got to push those barriers. The most amazing people in the world have pushed those mental and physical barriers to the point of breaking. But that's where that fine line comes in, to where it develops into genius or insanity. And both of them are pretty cool, actually. I'm okay with either one.
Yeah, there's people out there who think they're made of glass. They act like they are. They just don't want to put the fucking work in, man.
Yeah, I have trouble when somebody says, "Oh, I have a disability."
So do I. What's the point?
Either pity or favor me, and I'm like, I can't do either. I'm like, you can do this. There's certain things you're not going to be able to work around, but if you don't push yourself to the edge, then you'll never know. You have to constantly test your limits emotionally, mentally, physically, and you know, I sound like I've got pom-poms, but it's not a cheer, it's a fact of life. I mean, the if you can get up one more time than you've been knocked down, then that is one of your greatest accomplishments, because you're refusing to lay down. You're basically saying, I am stronger than this. I'm going to get over. The battle may be lost, but the war is not over. And
if you can fall asleep at night, if you can fall asleep at night and wake up every morning, you're gonna live forever.
Yeah, I hope I don't die in my sleep, because I don't want to miss the transition.
Dude, oh, okay. So my buddy, he died while he was watching TV, And when I went to go retrieve his corpse, it fucking he's laying back and he's got like this look on his face like he's just enjoying this fucking spaghetti western. You couldn't tell he was dead until you like waved your hand in front of him. He was, oh my god. I'm sure he would have laughed too. Trust me. The guy had a really ridiculous sense of humor. I swear to God, he must have known he was about to go and just put himself in that position like, oh, I'm just watching TV, fuck this shit.
Yeah, it's just like my sister doted over my mom. You know, she was there as many hours as she could. And then the moment she told my mom, you know, I got to go take a shower. So I'm going to be gone for just a little bit. And she left, and that was my mom's opportunity. Because she didn't want to die in front of anybody. So she basically waited for my sister to leave. So she could just say, okay, I'm done, and give up the ghost.
Yeah, that's how my grandfather went. He's just like, yeah. He didn't say. We kind of all knew that he was going to die that day, and my family who was present, he dismissed them to die. And yeah, that was. He just didn't want to die in front of anybody.
I'm trying to catch up with the chat, but it's just not working. 3/4 Yoda says, if you can get up and do a helicopter dick, it's going to be a good day. I can't disagree with that.
Well, it's going to be a bad day for Aiden, but good day for me.
Oh, no. By the way, I posted pictures of that study that are amazing on my Twitter, but like, oh, dude, this is one of the best studies I've read in a really long time. It's published in the Statistical Mechanics and Applications Journal. That's why. Damn it. Wish we had cool stuff like this.
Grim Brooding says, don't get knocked down, get knocked up.
Mark,
right then.
Mark, I've got to say, the foreplay you have to do has got to be back-breaking.
No, it's not back-breaking, it's cerebral. Well, my job is back-breaking.
I mean, either way, it's something to think about.
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
Puns.
That, oh, by the way, they did describe me, Ambien and gabapentin.
Nice.
And I could afford that. It was like, what, $22 or something, so. Yeah, wasn't that, what, no, wait a minute, it was like $2 and $15. So, yeah, it was under $20. And I took an Ambien about 30 minutes ago, so I'm thinking the longest this is going to last is about 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to.
Yeah, I think I'll be going down soon.
All right.
Yeah, because I just finished my cigarette and.
Wow, you're still here. Holy
yeah,
shit.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm about to go and head out right now.
Grim, I've got some pictures of when they sliced open me. They sliced open my perineum into my ball sack.
Ugh.
And you want to talk about bleeding on a bed? I mean, it was just, and it was an infection. They thought maybe it might have been MRSA. But,
Christ, I tore you a new asshole, literally.
Yeah, they basically gave me a pussy between my ass and my cock, and it's okay. Here's a story. I used to get, I was up around 300 pounds, so every so often I used to get one of those ingrown hairs. You know, that would,
oh yeah, I know where those go.
Yeah, that would form like a big pocket, and I literally would go to the doctor and say, listen, I need antibiotics because I've already cut this thing. I bled it out as much as I could. I'm going to need antibiotics to loosen it up. And of course, they'd give me antibiotics. And like a day later, I was sitting at my cubicle, doing my normal job, just typing on the computer, and I start smelling something. And I'm just looking around going, all right, what the fuck? Did somebody fart or something? What the hell is going on? Then I realized the smell was coming from my groin. And that pocket had opened up. And it was...
Well, thanks for the nightmare, Doc.
Oh, God. It was so funny, too, because I'm like, guys, I got a problem here. And, the workforce around me, it was like 85% female. So I'm like, I got a problem. This thing just opened up. And one of the girls was like, no problem. I'll be right back. And she ran to the bathroom and got me some pads.
Hey, don't knock it. That shit'll work.
And so I got to the bathroom. I legit threw my underwear away because it was covered in pus and blood. And I put one of them sanitary napkins right there. And goddamn if it didn't help. But I walked to my supervisor and I was like, do you have a nose? And she's like, what do you mean? And I was like, can you smell me? And she went, no. And then went, oh, yeah. I'm like, well, yeah. I explained the situation. I was like, listen, I got to go home. I got to change out because I kind of mussed the pants that I was in. And I gotta fix it. And she's like, just go. So I left and came back like 2 hours later, all maxi padded up and ready to go. If I would have had Depends, I would have put one of those on because good God, I mean it just kept leaking and leaking, and I legit it was on my inside thigh right there at the V of the groin.
Shit.
And I squeezed that thing once I got home, and it shot across the bathroom and hit the window.
Dude.
It was like popping a mutant zit. And
I'm gonna get sick. Holy crap. Oh my god. I have to smoke fucking some more of the devil's Merc knows I'm sick all the time. Like I constantly feel like I'm gonna throw up. So like
she throws up like a beagle.
I don't get. Is that normal? Like I don't get that throw up like a beagle joke.
No, I was gonna ask for an excellent an explanation because
You've never heard that?
No, I think it's only your dad who says that.
No, come on. Anybody who's ever owned a beagle understands that.
I think I'm gonna Google it, and I think no one else has ever said that.
Beagles throw up all the fucking time.
I'm gonna check and see if
I want to cringe, but just hearing Aiden's reaction is just it's a mixed reaction to you.
Oh no, thank you. Oh, it's totally gross.
I'm gonna look up beagles throwing up.
Alright, well,
there's your first no contact tweet of the night.
You guys go ahead and enjoy that. I'm gonna go.
Good night, Kadant.
Good night,
Kadant.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Kadanti. We'll do this again tomorrow.
Sure. That sounds like a plan.
Wait,
am I off tonight or am I off tomorrow? I can't remember.
Don't ask me questions I don't know the answer to.
I gotta answer so many questions myself. I read a bunch of research and now I'm confused by it because this is the problem: is that a lot of times I read research while I'm a little bit drunk or high, and then I had to reread it later, and then I think that was a really awesome discovery, and then it wasn't as cool as I thought it was.
This room smells funny.
Usually it's about as cool as I thought it was, but sometimes it's not. Usually it is, though. But it's stuff that only I find interesting. I don't know.
Well, I found some beagle puking pictures, but it's not.
This is okay. Let me tell you. This is something Merc's dad says because they had a beagle. So Merc thinks it's the thing that people say. It's not.
No, my neighbors had a beagle, and that thing threw up all the fucking time.
So that's why your dad has the phrase, but it comes from your dad, and no other human has ever used that phrase. I like your dad. I'm just telling you, that's his phrase. It's not a thing people say.
Well, we can we get this phrase trending? I gotta go check the oven.
Like hashtag beagle barf? What?
You were perfect. Oh my God.
God damn it.
Okay, somebody has a picture of a Doberman, and the title of it is "Dog Puking Sounds Funny."
Oh God, no, it doesn't. No, it fucking doesn't. God, I have such a fucking light stomach that I have no problem wiping a grown man's ass to take care of him. I have no problem with cleaning up people's vomit. But when it comes to animals, I can't fucking do it, man. I can't fucking do it. Cleaning up dog vomit, oh.
My grossness, which is, thank you for helping me because it's hard.
I don't know.
I mean, well, no, I mean, it's like, no, for real though, like, yeah, I do throw up a lot, like, all the time. It sucks.
You're a hell of a lot, honey, you're a hell of a lot better than when I met you.
Oh, yeah, when you met me, I basically threw up every day.
You were dead. You were damn near dead when I met you.
Pretty much.
Mm.
Well, we got somebody new in chat, but I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Let's see.
Oh, Superman.
That is Fas Grubeln. And good morning. Have a wrench.
Beagle Gestalt. It sucks. It's true though. Like for real. Like when Merc and I first met, I was pretty much tossing my cookies every day.
Now you do it like maybe once every other week.
Yeah.
If not like once a month.
Yeah, once or twice a week is probably more accurate, but it's way better than it used to be.
I don't throw up unless I'm really, really sick. I think the last time it's been about a year and a half ago.
That's the thing. She's got this nerve issue that just really fucks with her.
It's not nerves, it's MS. I mean...
Well, that's a nerve issue, isn't it?
No, multiple sclerosis. No, it's an autoimmune disorder.
Oh, then that thing.
I think so, isn't it? I don't fucking... No, like, it's... Well, no, they couldn't tell why I had it. What is... MS is a very complicated disease. Even I don't understand it for everyone explaining it to me. It is a spinal... You're right, it is a spinal issue. Disease, in which the insulating covers of the nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord are damaged. The damage disrupts the ability of parts of the nervous system to communicate, resulting in a range of signs and symptoms, including physical, mental, and sometimes psychiatric problems. Symptoms include double vision, blindness in one eye, muscle weakness, trouble with sensation, trouble with coordination, and so on. And it also can make you vomit like a motherfucker, which is not even something they mention here. All right, whatever.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
This piece right in line. You mean?
Shut up.
That's fine.
I'm always amazed with the thing that go wrong with the body. I don't know if you guys are this way, but anytime I get operated on, if at all possible, I would rather have them put like a pain blocker on, so I can watch them work on my body, because it's always, to me, incredibly fascinating.
Huh.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck that for me.
I did that for when I had my vein stripped, and I had that when I had my back operated both times.
Look, I want to be
Hold
up for everything. I don't want to be awake for anything they have to do to me. That's the whole thing. Like, I mean, if we get very lucky and we can get pregnant, we get very, very lucky and that becomes a capacity. I want to schedule that shit ahead of time that you put me out and take the motherfucker out of me because I do not want to have to do that schedule normally. That's how much of a pussy I am.
Now, see, from the National MS Society, their explanation is quite succinct. Multiple sclerosis is an unpredictable and often disabling disease of the central nervous system that disrupts the flow of information within the brain and between the brain and body.
I mean, that's the whole, like, okay, they took them, first of all, they still haven't given me a definitive diagnosis of it, which is why I don't have medication for it. But here is what I was told. I don't mind saying this in public. Someone will take this out of context, but whatever. That I would have to be dying. It would have to be, they have no idea what's wrong with me left to be able to get, because I had a conflictory EEG and a conflictory LP. So they would have to give me an MRI, and they said, well, the amount of money that it would cost you to get an MRI would be somewhere in the vicinity of $5,000 to $15,000.
Really?
Yes, just to get an MRI. And they said, we can't bill your insurance unless you're literally dying. Even though at the time when they told me that, Mark knows this, I weighed 95 pounds and like couldn't drink water. And that's when they told me that I'd have to be closer to death than that for them.
I do have to say, and I'm getting thrown off because I'm not seeing people in the actual chat, but Des Marie swung by real quick and dropped $3.56 to say, just swinging by to say, hey guys, hello Des Marie, I hope you and Outlaw are doing good, and thank you. Let's see. Grim Brooding saying, not exactly the names, a misdiagnosis. In results of infection, almost killed me twice. Lost the skin on my armpits and part of my sides.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It went deep.
MS?
It went deep into the muscle wall of my chest.
Oh my god. See, that's the thing about MS though, that like I hear everybody I talk to about it has totally different symptoms. There's like, that's why when I read the Wikipedia article, it was like, oh man, like half of that kind of describes it, but Jesus.
Well, he put in that he had hadrodenitis. Hadrodenitis suppurativa.
God damn. Fucking A, man. Like, there's so much of this health shit is so fucked. But yeah, like, oh my god, like, it wasn't that bad. I mean, I guess I can't really complain. Feeling weak and not being able to walk is, like, really not that bad compared to that. Like, that sounds so much worse. Holy shit.
Ooh, okay. Here we go. This will make a great first no context tweet. Have to get one out. Good God. And there you go. That is... Whew.
It's going to be a doozy, isn't it?
That's hydrogenitis.
Oh, no, I'm afraid.
I used to spend a lot of time on snuff facts.
Oh,
I think I'll be fine.
Oh, no.
What?
That looks very unfortunate.
Well, let's see. Where's my phone?
Ouch.
There, I'll throw this one out too. This is it happening in the armpit. That disturbs me because it makes me think of the movie Rabid. The one where she gets a skin graft to her armpit, and all of a sudden this little tentacle would come out of her armpit and bite people and make them rabid.
What?
That's nothing, dude. You should see some excoriated fucking shit from bed sores, man. Oh my fucking god.
Oh
yeah, that's I can say that's bad. You see a lot of shit walking as an EMR on an ambulance.
I don't know.
I've had to care for people worse than that.
Ever since I saw the movie Mother Jugs and Speed, I have not wanted to be an ambulance driver.
I've drove an ambulance emergency twice.
My mother.
I don't want to do it again.
My mother used to be a fucking paramedic, man. And the horror stories she would tell me, Jesus Christ.
All right, so my local fire department, being on volunteer department, whenever we go out to a medical call, well, when the ambulance gets called out, we go along with them, and our rescue truck, usually one or two firefighters, and usually, sometimes, depending on the call, it could be bad enough to where both the paramedic and the first responder have to be in the back, and they have to still get to the hospital. And that usually falls onto the firefighter that's on scene to get them there. And sometimes that's not fun to do.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes you got to work on the motherfucker while he's in the back of the car just to stabilize him.
We did get another drop. Gulf City Outlaw drops $7.11 and says, "Hello, doctor. The fuck is going on in here? Fright Power, I'll be taking that belt. Thank you." And you're close. Oh, man. You got him down to 67 hit points. Yeah, the next person who comes knocking on that door will be taking the belt tonight. That is for sure. That's pretty good. Thank you, sir. And let me roll down. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Have you guys ever watched, I mean, they call them pimple popping videos?
Yes. Oh my God. No, they're super addictive. I hate them also.
God, yes, I have.
Yeah, you can't have just one. The one that still gets me is the one where it's a summer thing. They're in the backyard. They're partying, and then they go, hey, let's pop Uncle Bob's zit.
Oh God!
And
no, I've never seen this, but I've already mentioned it.
Yeah, his is on his back, and it's probably about the size of a dodgeball.
Oh no! Oh my God, no!
And they just start squeezing, and they're giggling as the pus is shooting out of it.
Oh my God!
I don't know if I could find that one.
No. How about no? Oh my!
Oh my God! So, you really want a treat? Go take a.
The churches need to go back on there, Mark.
Yeah, I know. No, if you really want some entertainment, man, let me tell you, go look at botfly extractions.
No, I don't want to look at that either. I'm not going to sleep. This is fun.
Botfly extractions and mango worms and
no,
dogs.
No, oh my God, no.
Oh, yeah, I just found one with the mango worms.
Sucks the brain out of people. Maybe they arrive.
Holy
You're a new champion.
Oh, that's gross.
Good intentions.
This is horrifying.
I am not looking on Twitter, so fuck that shit.
No, I was gonna broadcast this, but good God.
No.
That poor puppy. I mean, I don't know what these. Oh. Wait a minute. Okay.
Why?
What the fuck is a mango worm?
I think, you know what? On that note, thanks, Mark. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm.
Good night, honey. I'm bringing home more vodka and chicken.
Well, I need it now. I was drinking some soju. Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Oh.
Well, I can't buy booze until 7 a.m.
I know, but because. All right, I'll. Thanks for helping me out as always. I'm freaked out about all this. Gross.
Good job, Doc. She's not gonna return for a while.
No, well, I have been gone for a while. I'll be back soon. As long as we're not talking about botflies and mango worms.
Sleep tight. Don't let the botflies bite.
Or dental stuff. No, stop trying to trigger me. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
Nice. Thanks for stopping by.
Later.
Okay, so yeah.
Oh
this
no,
is-
I'm clicking off fucking you. Fuck that. No, fuck you, Doc.
I know what I'm putting on the homepage of my computer when I get home. I'm an asshole.
Well, no. Here's a dog. Here's a dog with those mango worms. And good God, I mean, it's just.
It's weird how they just like you squeeze and they all just fall out.
Yeah, I mean they just did one, and the dog's ears just basically popped up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Let's forward just
I'm
a
gonna
little
follow
bit.
suit with Aiden. So see you guys later.
Deuces.
Okay, go ahead and chill. Sparky.
I'm not going back to your YouTube page. Forget it, Doc.
No, go ahead and chill. You know, you don't have to look at it.
Yeah, you can find me at Sparky's Set Corner. It's exactly as I Sparky's Set Corner. It'll pop up on YouTube. Just type it in. You guys have a good night. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Have a great one.
All right. Let's see. Let's get Suit Yourself in here because he can handle this shit.
Oof. That's just amazing. I mean, how they burrow in and just
It's crazy, right? Fucking parasites just they amaze the fuck out of me.
That is frightening. I mean, they're just.
Dude, have you seen the not the ringworms, the tapeworms that bears get?
Oh yeah.
They just hang out of their ass, man. It's ridiculous.
I'm just happy that this puppy is getting fixed up.
Oh yeah, it's funny. Like I've seen some like really. So I watch videos of like where veterinarians, restore animals back to health. I've seen dogs with like mange that's so fucking bad that they're just bald. They're bald with mange. I've seen dogs that have just been attacked by an entire colony of ticks. Like they show the progress reports after 1 month. 1 month, after 2 months, 6 months, and it's just amazing seeing these dogs come back from death. It's kind of inspiring.
Squeezing it out of the poor dog's jaw.
Oh yeah, they get everywhere, man. Jaw, ears, everywhere. It is rather fascinating. Like that. I mean, you're not going to find these, mango worms in the U.S. or anything. Those are, India and, third world nations.
Places where shitting in the street is common.
And apparently encouraged. I don't know.
Yeah, mostly. That'd be hard to bounce back from all that. Okay, wait a minute. I was going to press one more here. Let's see.
Hold on, did we just scare off all of our guests?
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's just me and you?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be quiet, I guess.
Okay. Here's a large section of this dog that they shaved. Oh.
Shit, what time is it? 3:40? Fuck.
Yeah.
It's almost time for me to go on break.
You see this?
What's that?
It is incredibly grotesque.
I love that kind of weird shit.
Well, and she's sitting there smiling while they're collecting all of these. She's like,
Who, your wife?
I mean, good God. What happens if they miss one? Does the...
Well, it's better to have just one parasite as opposed to 30, because those things conglomerate in mass.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if you leave one, do they rebreed the brood?
No, they don't. They don't. They take off. I believe the mango worms become flies and just fly out.
Okay, so...
And then they go find something else.
Yeah, but if they got to this one once, they'd probably get to it again.
Probably. There are those that become, immobilized because of how terrible it is, and then they become, a repetitive host because they can't get.
Well, and you can tell that they're doing this in a third world country because the dude who's doing it is not wearing gloves.
Yeah. Not wearing gloves, and you can hear he's pretty much speaking broken English usually.
I have no idea. Whoa.
Or very Hindi-inflected English. Oh, boy.
I'm sure that puppy's going to feel much better. Because that
hell yeah.
can't be comfortable. All right.
Could you imagine that shit happening to you, though? My God.
Oh. Okay, we'll stop.
That'd be terrifying. Being infected with other living parasites that just fucking burrow themselves and you can't get to them because they're in places you can't reach. But I think humanity has evolved to overcome that kind of shit. Like, we were able to reach anywhere on our bodies for the most part.
Well, and I'll be honest with you, I get fascinated with that shit too. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I have to bear with me. Reload.
Reload.
And Gulf City Outlaw dropped another 2 and now holds the belt. Said, fucking conversion rate, that's better. Thank you for the 2. But Schwanz Gruberman comes in behind and throws 5 down and says, mine gestört.
Well.
So damage.
Hey, what's been?
Although Gulf City's got it back in his hands.
Oh, they're fighting now?
Yeah. You have to appreciate the testicular fortitude of these gentlemen.
Hey, whatever happened to Magog? He hasn't been hanging around often.
He was in the last one in the chat, but he came into it late, and we were just like, yeah, we're kind of done tonight. Or I'd bring you in. I mean, we literally started doing the exit.
The wrap-ups.
Yeah. God damn! This is a guy squeezing an abscess on a horse.
Oh yeah, those are massive, dude. The way they just explode, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a soda fountain at a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Now the horse doesn't seem to be too happy about that.
No, horses will generally twitch and shake after that shit happens. They get kind of traumatized by it. Oh boy.
Yeah, that puppy thing was sad.
Oh, my aunt used to own a horse, and I was looking into raising horses and everything like that. I had to learn how to do gelding and shit like that. It's like, woo, okay. Again, plans changed, and I got lazy. I couldn't afford to take care of a horse, let alone afford a horse. Let alone ride a horse. I'm a fucking giant.
Yeah, I don't know that. Is this the line?
Huh?
Yeah, okay, yeah. The one I was referencing. Okay, guys, I'm only going to show one more of this. Because, wait.
Bug.
There we go. Now the cameraman is not so good, but you can still. I mean, what? No, that's about the size of a softball, and it's like he's squirting cottage cheese.
Yikes in a way.
I always find what the body can do fascinating. I mean, the shit that a body can come up with. Whoa. That was a fountain. And they're giggling and they're taking pictures of it. Just backyard fun.
Fun for the whole family.
Yeah, I mean, they got like a tetherball net set up and everything in the backyard. And all anybody wants to do is watch this big ass cyst get squeezed.
Whoa, shit. Lost something over there. That sucks. Yeah, shit is rather fascinating. My God, fucking... I wish I could do that to myself. I've got some cysts that need removal. Oh. It costs way too much to have the doctor fucking do it, though. Oh my God. It's like $600 for a fucking incision, man. It's ridiculous. I paid so much.
I don't know why it's... I don't know why we're getting such a weird echo on it. Let's try that. Yeah, they looks like they squeezed it down all the way down to a little nub. But that nub is not done. Yeah, it's still like baseball sized.
Fucking A, that's a big one then.
Yeah,
I'd watch if I could.
It actually looks like that that old gum that had the flavor center in it, and when you bit into it, the juice came out. That's pretty much what they're doing right here. Okay, we'll stop doing that. There we go. But yeah, woo. That is some amazing stuff.
I'm about to go outside for a smoke, and when I get back, I'm probably gonna have to sign out of here.
Well, we are actually approaching the 4 o'clock time, so we got another 10 minutes or so before we are out of here.
All right.
Yeah, some of that can get to me too, Desmarie. I won't kid you. But good God, man, the human body is fucking amazing. I worked at a hospital as an armed security guard in the emergency room. I was basically a check-in boy with a gun. And the 3 nights that I worked there, because I didn't want to work anymore after the 3rd night. The 3rd night was just like, these guys come in, they got their pistols, their homie's been shot, and I'm just like, guys, we'll give them some medical attention, but you gotta unstrap at this point. Give them up to your buddy. Give all that shit up to your buddy. Have him run them out to the car, because you can't come back here strapped. They were pretty quick, man. They complied. I mean, they kind of gave me a face, but then again, my hand was resting on my Ruger, so. Although I will say, I never had to want to shoot anybody.
Hey, Doug, I'm going to have to sign out now, so I'll catch you guys later. You can find me on Twitter at Mercmint, MERCMINT. And, yeah, it was good hanging out with you guys tonight.
Yeah, it
was
nice
actually one of the more interesting streams.
Yeah, I always appreciate you stopping in. And, yeah, we will talk again soon. Thank you for swinging out.
Hey, no problem, man. I'll catch you later.
All right. Oof. Well, we have kind of run the gamut. We've talked about a great many things. Most of them kind of semi-gross tonight. But let me go ahead and just do a real quick shill. I am going to do the project. You see it on the left side. It's right there underneath the street sign. I'm going to write a story, and I'm encouraging people For $10, you can pick any one of the pieces and give me what you want. Like, say, if you want to have a tennis racket as a featured prop, then, you buy it for 10 and say tennis racket. If you want to title it, $10, throw at me, you can title it. You can title the actual story. Once we get all of those crossed off, then we are going to set the clock. And I have 7 days to write a story with all the components that you, the audience, has actually picked out. I find that fascinating. And it's going to be a great experiment. And I have no idea what's going to be written. I don't even have a prep of what's happening. But once everything comes in, then that's basically going to lay out the story and how I'm supposed to write it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think that's pretty damn cool. Now, of course, the IRS usually runs 5 days a week. We're normally off on the shift that runs Sunday, Monday, and Monday, Tuesday. So Sunday night to Monday morning, Monday night to Tuesday morning. We are usually off air. But, of course, you're always welcome to stop by. And we've had over 100 different guests on here. And we actually broke our 100th show about, I think it was last week. So I guess we're going to go for 200. Because we love it when we have articulate people in the chat that have something to say. And as long as they have a microphone, then we're going to let them come on. Because that's what we're all about. Just a bunch of guys and gals sitting around the bar, ordering drinks and talking about life experience. That's pretty much what we do. But yeah, besides that, I do have what I call the big show. It's Doctor on Call, the cure for the common interview. And I basically interview E-celebs and IRL stars. So we get a mix from both realms. And that mix, it can get pretty damn interesting. I know coming up next week we have Optic Decay on. And I'm sure we'll have a chit-chat. Hopefully it'll be a little more civil, a little more PG-13 to kind of R, because X might be good. Grim, that's a definite possibility. We should be up and running tomorrow. So if you got the gumption, then yeah, we can bring you on. Now, of course, the Insomnia Ramble stream is legitimately nothing without the people who come on and the people who comment in the chat. Sorry guys, my meds got my throat dry there for a second. But we never know who's going to show up, but we're always glad when they do. So tune in to us. We usually we've been starting a little bit early, between 12:30 and 1. So, I would suggest my Twitter's down there, and of course, my YouTube channel. If you, there we go. Oh, no, I don't have my YouTube channel down there. Well, this is kind of my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to see what happens down the road, feel free to click on the Doc Griffin icon, and that should take you to the page. I don't think there's really any other way to do it. Yeah, I think the subscribe button comes up when you mouse over the icon in the bottom left corner, or bottom right corner, excuse me. But I'd like to thank some people who came on tonight. I'd like to thank Blackout, Gaming and Yelling, Sparky's Tech Corner, Merc, and Aiden Paladin. I'd like to thank all of them for showing up in the chat or in the stream. I'd like to thank everybody who is out there in the chat. You guys are what makes us. And I will say that it's always a pleasure to be back and keep you all interested until something more interesting comes on. So I'll cross my fingers and wait for that to happen. So from myself, Doc Griffin, and of course my mystical, magical, malevolent, maleficent co-host, Cadunt. We thank her. The show just wouldn't be the show without her. And tonight, Gulf City Outlaw has taken a stand. You know, street lot rules apply. Anything goes. And that's how it should be when you go to battle for a belt. So, from myself, for everyone in the chat, for everyone that was in the chamber, I thank you for your help and your cooperation. Uh-oh. I think the ambience kicking in. Because I think I'm starting to actually, like, ramble. Like, this is old school, old-fashioned rambling. Holy fuckballs. Okay, so we're going to shut this thing down. And, of course, oh, wait, I have to do one thing before we go to the shutdown. It's kind of a tradition. So my Twitter links, Streamlabs, Patreon, all that fun stuff is down there. If you like what I do, if you want to keep me doing what I do, and money just does that very thing. So I appreciate everyone's time, and of course, let's see if I can do this right. If you're looking for the best in Mr. Medicare bootleg merchandise, look no further than Doc Griffin's TeePublic Store. That's right, Doc Griffin's TeePublic Store. Stop by and buy something. Damn it. And as for myself, thank you once again, everybody coming out. And we appreciate you all. And of course, if you would just do me one favor and just leave the money on the dresser. Bye.